1,000 words ain't enough to define the body of, yeah. Caught her look and she wants it back. She's firing up that body up, yeah, babe. You think that I want you, but nah, babe. You're one in a million, but it's not for me. I'm not into girls with a plastic trace. Don't take it too personally, yeah. My fault, my bad. The words out, but you weren't ready for it. Show off, appearance of I got this, but I got. long run now. Red Corvette and my drop top down. Calling up my digits in my Motorola, and I'm speeding like I robbed someone. Falling and I'm a whip, yeah. Out in Fairfax, going hard in the pit, yeah. I still ball on the pitch, yeah. Something wrong with the picture. Something is wrong with the way, and I don't know why. Why you need to lie? Something is wrong with the way, and I don't know why. How do you get by? Way longer than I'm used to. You started hanging with a new crew. Talking to my friends like that's something that I'm used to. I never cashed out, I just wanted him to lose you. Damn, puffing on that bullshit Uncle Sam's. Who'd have thought that he would understand? And I just never fall out, I just wanna win. I'm in it for the long run, I do this on my fam. Something is wrong with the way, and I don't know why. Why you need to lie? Something is wrong with the way, and I don't know why. I lost my way. No words to say. Time flies by on my mind. I'm cutting down the wires. Feeling kinda tired. I think I lost myself. I think I lost it all. I'm cutting down the wires. I'm feeling kinda tired. I think I lost myself. I think I lost it all. You know I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Lost my way. No words to say.
Holy shit, we're rolling. Why's that not muted? Oh well, good for you, game. Good for you. You do you, game. G'day, everyone in the land of texting. It is round 3 action. We are at Zolder, and if you're squeamish, I probably wouldn't watch tonight's stream because chicane. Because chicane. Because chicane. Because turn 1, turn 2, and everything in between. Hopefully we see car do a backflip into this lovely river here at Zolder in Belgium. I know I am very keen for tonight. Where's the rain? I have no idea. I think they've deleted that aspect from Assetto Corsa Competition. And welcoming tonight, David McNulty and Frank Frankfurt. How are we, gentlemen?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mulligan, and everyone out there in YouTube land.
I'm trying not to say the T word tonight.
Yeah, I did think about it for 2 secs and just go, yep, that's the right one.
It's so easy to do.
Just call it chat. Chat. That's the winner, mate.
Chat.
You gotta please the broadcasters. They like getting the name out there.
That is very true. Just a quick little skip to my office. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, that's not the right one, Mo. There we go. Just for the NBA fans out there, if you want a sneak peek of my room at the moment, that's what it looks like. A fucking shrine.
Looking good. Looking good with that buzzer beater alley-oop or
Oh,
layup,
mate.
whatever it was.
I know this is a PG stream, but I am still fully erect.
I mean, you know, it's been a long time for the Suns. Let's
Mate,
admit.
it has
I mean,
11 years, if you want to count.
I mean, you know, they've obviously got the rebuild process right. Like a certain other Eastern Conference team that I won't mention.
76ers.
They didn't trust the process. That was
No.
key.
Oh, mate, I don't know how the Hawks won that. By the way, YouTube, tonight's stream is purely basketball because it's hard to commentate on racing when I am moist. Speaking of which, we have Reagan Herbert making his debut tonight, and I forgot to change his class, so he's going to be representing the lone silver class tonight. So good luck to you, Reagan.
Well, he's got a good chance of winning that class tonight.
A massive chance. Oh, that was...
You say that. He is on, possibly, for the Silver Class Grand Slam.
Oh my goodness. Sam, thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. Oh, I'm already done.
Yeah. You've ruined it, Bender.
No, Brader Ross out there, he is somewhere and he is just, yes, Bender, you carry on the tradition, mate.
Chris Cusack set a...
Oh, that's an interesting line.
And binned it. No, very keen for tonight. So, only a slight tinker for the Super Sprint rounds. Both qualifying sessions are now 8 minutes. And that's it. That is the only change we've made. Obviously, race 2 is reverse grid.
See a lot of the drivers taking a lot of liberties with that chicane there. It's a good thing it's sim because there'd be a lot of damage to some undercar parts. You could go hopping over those for any length of time.
Oh, damn straight. That's great to see Raleigh out there tonight. He's missed the first couple of rounds, but he's back in action here in the Tank Slappers Porsche. So, a very strong team. Porsche in split yellow with Bakita. Alien-like. 127.8 so far is the fastest time as Raleigh goes P5 with a 128.5. What are your thoughts on this circuit, David and Frank?
Well, I quite like it. It's certainly interesting, provides close racing. And as Foul Minion has pointed out very kindly in the chat, it provides opportunity for some great rejoins.
Most circuits do. This one in particular, obviously you've got some walls, you've got some chicanes, you've got some sadness.
That's curbs.
Yeah. These curbs just here are very vicious. So Houlihan goes 127.7 in the Rari.
So good effort from Houlihan. I mean, this track is obviously a circuit that, you know, has had changes made for safety and because of speedy cars. It's a, you know, very long-standing track, and I think probably because of the space, they've just decided chicanes everywhere, which, you know, to me is a bit of a band-aid. It's not a real sort of solution. So, kind of drops it down in my eyes as a good racetrack. I think, especially in sims that you can afford to maybe have a little bit more fast and flowing.
Oh, you're right. I obviously love my Bentley, and it chomps up the curbs here, but I do feel for those in less stable cars over curbs.
Sorry, Alex Bond, welcome to the party. He's just gone fastest, a 127.5.
Speaking of
Those
curb
times
stompers,
coming down.
That's a welcome return for Alex. He's been struggling a little bit. I've noticed he's been in a fair few incidents and accidents in the last couple of races, so he'd be looking to get as far up the field for the start as he can and hopefully avoid all those this week and have a good result.
Bentley's not OP here. What do you want about? It's good here, but it's definitely not OP. The Audi's a rocket here, or was in the past, but...
Tell you what, it'd be also nice to have, Malik. Stream in Discord. I reckon we can get that one up, mate.
Oh. It's interesting why it dropped. Because you demanded it so nicely, yes. There
Thank
you
you.
go.
those extra 3 or 4 seconds of delay, they're critical.
Let's go more with Corinne. Let's see it. Oh, the air.
You bunny hops.
So, debutant. I can't remember if Reagan's raced in the sprint before. He's definitely competed in our endurance and or special events, but it could be the sprint.
His name is definitely familiar, so he obviously knows what he's doing. He's not going to be any mug out there.
Yeah, P7. Kieran Potter, P4 in the Aston. Changed teams during the week. What else have we got?
Tyrone will be looking for a big improve here. Currently down in P11. Normally at pointier end.
Less than a second separates the top 14. Raleigh, who was P5, all the way to now P15. Kyrudin, is it validated? Last lap, 1.2. It was invalidated. So it's quite easy to invalidate a lap here. I actually really like Zolder.
He's gone second.
Ooh, that's
still
tight.
just over 3/4 of a tenth off Bone.
Let's see what Alex
Result for Potter in the Pro-Am in P4.
proves, but invalidated as well there for Alex.
And he just missed the flag too.
I just had a quick sneaky peek. Jamie Saxon put it into the fence. So that ended his qualifying. P28.
Does Houlihan have? Can he nab P1 off Alex? He's only 0.072, so he doesn't need a lot.
The Bentley definitely notices the curbs, but if you take it correctly, yes, it will stomp it. But you've got to make sure you've got that nose and rear a little bit stable rather than yeeting across it with the steering angle, because you will unload the suspension, and if you do that, the rears will go, see ya. Houlihan though, can he improve? 127.6.
He just a little bit. So Byron is going to hold on for P1. That's a great return for him.
Welcome back, Alex Bowen. Kimmy second. Can he improve? I think he's going to. P5 for Kimmy.
Gee, look at that top group there, separated by less than 200 down to P5.
You love to see it.
Oh,
here
we've got it! We've got it! It's rain and it's night. Oh, it's happened.
Yeah, effing time.
All right, this is now an age-restricted stream.
Oh,
Because
yuck, it's
Bender
damp.
is about to. He's about to have a lot of fun right now, kids.
If you thought Moloch was excited earlier, you haven't seen anything yet.
Bender's Christmas has come.
So, as you can see in the weather in the top right hand corner of your screen, it's currently drizzling. It's a damp track, but it is drying out. So that's going to really throw things.
It literally
It's
just stopped raining.
It's just stopped raining.
What is what? Why?
I've never seen it just. I've never seen that. It's done. Well, let's restart this session. It's actually
It's
stopped.
just teasing you even more now, Bender.
Yeah.
It's not even giving you a wet quali and dry race. It is literally giving you wet up until the race starts.
Well, that was the biggest tease ever.
Well, thanks for coming tonight, everyone. Bye.
The track's still going to be quite damp. It's quite greasy, but the dry tyres will be the tyre to be on.
Certainly will. Who's going to handle it the best? Is it going to be a struggle for some of those rear engine beasts? Will the likes of the Porsche be a little bit more nimble?
Track won't. Yeah, well, exactly right, Scout. It won't try easy. It won't dry easy either. So we've got a cold track. It is night time. We're looking at 8 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, sorry. I'm looking at the 20, like a 24-hour clock. Never mind my eyes. So at 9 o'clock. Oh, that's not a great start there by Kimmy.
Yeah, that 20 there, mate. I don't know if you know this. That's the race time. That's how long's left.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. First time streamer.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, I've called the first 3 races in season 6, so I think it's over to someone else. Because I know what'll happen if I do.
Well, I'll do it. Got a request. Can we start cycling through the HUD to see what tyres people are on, please?
Oh, if
Surely everybody's on dries. There shouldn't be. Oh, there
there's a
was.
wet there already.
there's a wet. Chris Noble made a massive mistake there. Patrick Oliver's gone wets.
Well, he's on debut, so that's understandable.
Well, I'm not sure if it glitches out and shows the wrong tyre, but Noble, Oliver, Clark, Piper, Withers, Ward, and Sam Barrett. You've just made
I
possibly
don't mind
better.
if you're at the back. I feel like that's an alright gamble to take if you're at the back because you're at the back already.
Cook. They will cook after 5-10 minutes.
I think they are absolutely dreaming. If they think it's going to be much of an advantage, these cars will dry up a line fairly quickly, and it will be absolutely, as Malik said, cooking those tyres, and they'll be useless to try and get any grip.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Even if it was still raining though, chat. If you looked at the forecast, it's clearing in 10 minutes, and it's only damp, and it won't take long for that to turn greasy. Once it hits greasy, that's where you want to be on slicks.
I think the interesting battle is going to be those 2 Porsches into turn 1. Are they going to tangle with each other? Are they going to try and get a jump on the Ferrari and the Mercedes in front?
Look, one thing's for sure tonight, and that's going to be hard luck stories for a few drivers. So
Yeah,
36.
Ferrari team name, Bonotto's blunders, very appropriate. Some people have possibly blundered the strategy or had an absolute 5,000 IQ galaxy brain move.
All right, ready to start. Over to you, Bender.
Lights to go green. Alex Barn on the left, Houlihan on the right. And we're away. It looks like Houlihan perhaps started out of position there because he's already got the jump on Bowen. 2 Porsches, Kita and Relahi. 3 wide, and they're around. People are around. It's a car park at turn 1. That Beamer was almost a terrible rejoin. But at the front, Houlihan has jumped Bowen, and I'm going to say
Early safety car.
safety car has been called because everyone is going very slowly.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bender. I'm not sure if Houlihan was slightly out of position on that start. It did seem like his nose was in front and hung around the outside into turn 1, knowing if he held it, he would have the inside into turn 2. So, very interesting to see if there's any steward action on that.
So we can see the safety car is rolling out the pit lane now. But yeah, seeing a replay that start would be good, I think. Yeah, Houlihan might be in a bit of trouble there.
Whoa. You son of a bitch. Thought the lid was on, it wasn't. Alright, let's just watch that replay.
He speeds up there and then it goes green. I reckon he might be ahead there.
Yeah, it just depends on when he started speeding up and whether or not he was technically speeding. As we see, absolute carnage into turn 1 there. A couple of cars around, and as you said, almost the worst possible rejoin. It might be Clark. Oh no, it might be even further down. It might be one of Ross or Saxon.
Looks like there's the classic rear ender there. Mercedes into Aston, into Bentley, which then spins Beamer, and it all just kicks off.
Yeah, which in these wet conditions, some of these drivers may not be all that used to it, knowing that you got to just put a little bit more brake distance in it, even more so on turn 1 because everybody's going to be checked up.
Yeah, it's just such a small little incident, tiny little touch, but that's all it needs. Especially when you're deep into turn 1 on lap 1.
Yep.
this may dry the track out quicker, perhaps? Or...
What it will do is anybody running the wets, it'll just keep their tyres cooler for a little bit more. No pit stops required in this 20-minute sprint, so you basically made your bed. If you start on the wets, there's no opportunity for a pit stop later to get some dries on.
So let's just look at a new little graphic here that the legend that his scope put together.
Oh God, don't call him that.
What, legend?
Yeah.
Just calling the main man, safety car in this car.
Here we go.
Just...
Well,
Oh, get away, Scope.
so head to head, Ryan Houlihan, Philip Makita. This is the championship standings, first versus third. No wins yet in season 6 for Ryan Houlihan, with 3 wins for Makita. Absolutely blistering start to the season. No pole position here though.
Scope's work is immaculate. He's too good for us. He's does a lot behind the scenes, does our man Scope.
Yeah, I think there's 5 or 6 cars that put wets on, but we're away. Ryan Houlihan leads us out after the safety car has come in.
Yeah, got a good jump on Alex there.
Otis under attack here from second. Boatley, who should be enjoying these conditions.
Oh, I don't know at the moment if I'm in that Bentley that I'm too happy, especially if my tyres are cold. It's very fidgety. Oh, speaking of fidgety,
just gets his nose cut off there and just checks up the McLaren of Hunter behind. He did well not to absolutely yeet that car in these slippery conditions.
Owen has been mugged. Okita looks like she's through. No, Relahi. So Relahi's gone from 4th to 2nd.
Bowen's made a mistake.
Oh,
Yeah,
down to
Bowen's
4th
in
now.
all sorts of trouble. He's dropping like a stone at the moment. Going to come under it. Attack from Potter. So Alex obviously not enjoying the conditions as much as the 3 in front.
Whoa, Alex struggling massively. Maybe he's got a bit of damage. That looked very much so that they've got a front end damage there with the aero. Just keep an eye here. It's looking ominous for Bowen.
Yeah, he's just got to keep his head now. He's got to try and keep these guys behind. He starts getting mired in battles. It just increases the risk that something bad's going to happen to him. He doesn't need it.
This will be a big indicator here.
See,
It's just
a lot
been
better.
struggling. A tyre warm-up.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the car wanted to step out on him a couple of corners ago. So wondering if it's a tight temp or a balance issue. Can't get the power down to the rear.
Dan Hunter in the McLaren. Teammate right behind Oliver there with the wet tyres still hanging into P9. Valentini. It's a very close little pack here. Yellow flag in the background, 111. That is Mitch Hobbs is around. Looks like 2 and 3.
Yep, and all the way to the back of the field because it's all compressed thanks to the safety car. It's nothing worse. See the 2 McLarens try and avoid each other. You don't ever want to try and hit your team, or not try to hit your teammate. You don't ever want to hit your teammate. Makes for an awkward chat later.
So your name is Nikita Mazepin.
Well, his job is to hit the entire field. He's not limiting himself to just his own team. As Hunter sneaks by.
Land setting PB after PB here.
Yeah, but Relahi just took 4/10 out of him that lap.
Oh, sorry, no, that was actually Oliver jumping. So Oliver on the wets at the moment, he does have a fair bit of grip. So
Oh no.
maybe, just
Jamie.
maybe the wet runners are going to show us all wrong.
Yeah, that safety car might have helped, as you were saying. It might get the temps down, because that's going to be his issue at the moment, is just the temps.
Yep. The issue's going to come as soon as there's any sort of dry line that he's got to stick to. Those tyres will not be happy.
Oh man, Jamie Saxon, 15-second penalty for jumping the start.
Oh,
I hate to see it. And you just wonder if they're looking at that. Has Ryan Houlihan perhaps escaped?
yeah, it very much looks like it, because I think he would have looked at him first. Pat Oliver, he's all over the back of the second McLaren now.
Hearing whispers.
He's going to have a...
He's under-fueled.
To Oliver.
Yep. 2 laps left to fuel. I'm hearing whispers.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought it. Under fueling in. Oh, as you see a touch there on the Bentley, I think, from the McLaren of Hunter, and now this is 3-way into the final chicane. And I think Oliver's going to get the job done. If he switches back and shuts the door on Hunter, he does. So that's another position for Oliver. He is flying at the moment. He's going to catch Hunter pretty quickly at this rate.
Got 151 in the pits. That's a Honda. That's Jimmy Cato. Maybe he had the wets on as well. I don't remember him putting the
Moore's
wets on.
picked up a drive-through as well in the Mercedes.
Yeah, that's
I
from
wonder if
lap
that's for
one.
track limits already.
That was for lap 1.
He caused the collision.
He's still yet to serve it. He's behind Borg in the McLaren. I mean, the one thing Pat's gotten in his advantage, the race is half over, so he doesn't have to drive on those wets for too much longer.
Well, if he's only got 2 laps of fuel, though he's just pulled off into the sand trap.
Yep.
And
So
returned to pits. I'm going to say he's done.
yep. So that's race done.
For Pat. Oh, no.
That's fairly underfueled. If he's run out.
Why didn't he pit? He should have just got in to get some more fuel. Oh, he can't refuel. He can't refuel the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. He's done.
Oh, you make the rules, mate. You should know these things.
Yeah. Oh, he even had a practice. Oh,
See a massive send there from the Bentley. I think, is that in the background?
No, it's Liu.
Or is that Audi? Lambo. Sorry, apologies. That's Cusack. Not Cusack, sorry. Loon going massively deep, missing a brake mark, and there is sadness.jpg.
Oh yeah, we've all done it. We've all made that mistake, but it doesn't help you with how you feel.
Can't say I've ever underfueled. That's the one thing I've done. Everything else, I have binned my races in more ways than most, but that's not one of them.
I've stuffed up my fuel so that changes my whole pit strat. I don't have to pit early, but I did run out of fuel. The lowest amount of fuel I've crossed the line with is 0.1. That was oh no!
Piper's struggling. just see the front end, just absolutely twitchy as he's trying to get around these corners.
Thought he was a goner there.
Yeah, did well to keep it pointed straight.
Track's still greasy. Got 8 minutes to go. These are the conditions they're going to have to deal with for the rest of the race. Race 2 is coming up. Straight after this, it'll be super qualifying for the top or the 13th down. And then a 40-minute race during the day. Yeah, I love ACC under lights. Oh, in the background, that McLaren. Is that, mate? Is that Borg? Has he got some? He does have a lot of damage there.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage on that front end. He's hit the wall hard. As Makita sets a new fastest lap at 1:33.1. Time's really improving now.
Yeah, and they're starting to bunch up in the top 3.
Yeah, we might have to flick up ahead here.
It's Houlihan. He's not been able to take a win so far. Keita's 3 from 3.
Bowen's done extremely well to settle down after whatever happened to him. I will try and find that replay now.
Keita having a look at a teammate. Oh, well, huge amount of curb there from Malahi. I wonder if there was a bit of a track limit for that one.
Oh, Houlihan, mistake for the second chicane there. That could be costly.
There we go. So here's an earlier replay of Alex Bone. Oh, just doing well to avoid everything really. And yeah, had to slow up because he knew he only held that position by cutting straight across. So that would explain why he lost 2 positions rather quickly.
Yeah, so he didn't lose the control of the car. He didn't hit a wall or anything. Just missed the brake mark. As you see the dry line, really visibly. Lamborghini comes out of the pits. And Kimi second goes Kimi first in the
Oh, Malahi having a look and is going to force his way up the inside. There's touch. They don't spear off. And Malahi, you can see Houlihan flashing in the background. He wasn't happy about that at all.
It's not over yet.
No.
Sloppy corner there from Raleigh.
Yeah, and Houlihan's going to absolutely send this. He'll be steaming after that touch.
Well, he's got to be careful that he doesn't turn
lose
second
out
into
here.
third like he's about to do now.
Yeah, Bakita knows that the track conditions to get around the outside there is a low percentage move. Well, this is heating up.
Yeah, this is would not be all surprised if Houlihan fires one back in the next lap or so. There's Raleigh, he goes deep. This opens the door for Houlihan now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either, but what set this whole thing up was Houlihan making that mistake at the second chicane last lap.
Houlihan pulls out, has to pull on to the wetter part of the track.
Gets a move
but
done.
Gets a move done. Well done by Houlihan. And now Raleigh, now the one under pressure from Bakita.
Fastest lap of the race is a 1:33 flat. Obviously it's wet conditions, so it's a bit extended. It's car 12. Give me a second.
I love that it's 1:33.000.
Yeah. So pretty. So bonus points coming Kimi's way at the moment. Kimi in a fight with Alex Bowen, Kieran Potter, Jeremy Talbot. They're all close here for fourth, but it's hard to take your eyes off this lead battle. And teammate on teammate action, which only helps Houlihan. Oh, wow! Bakita's off! I thought Raleigh was going to be off as well.
I thought he was going two-wheeling.
He was so airborne. So we'll skip away from
does
that.
that Bowen's lost out to Kimi second there. And that Bakita off, does that open the door for her to lose perhaps more positions?
No.
Well, it depends on the damage. She did have 7 seconds to this pack. Although Kim...
Down to 3 now.
Yeah, Kim is flying though. Set the fastest lap a little bit earlier, so that car definitely has a lot of pace. Now Alex has got to try and not lose out to the likes of Potter and Talbot behind. Here we go, watch a replay.
Look at Raleigh's, how airborne he gets off this curb. But it's Bakita that loses out. Oh, I can't believe it.
Almost identical line, but Bakita's the one that spears exit stage left, so just gives you some idea on how tight the margins are.
She's just gone for a hot dog.
Well, if anything, it's just shown Bakita is actually human in this comp, because 3 from 3. And while Benjamin Piper is also trying to get up another spot.
Hanging in there. Track's still greasy. With 2 laps left.
Yeah, eyeballs in chat suggesting Bakita may have got a little bit distracted from Raleigh. As we see this battle, 3-way. Second, Bone and Potter, I think this is. Or was that Talbot in the McLaren on a big old send?
Oh no, they
Bones
did
lost out to both of them.
Yeah, so
Side by
Bone's
side?
struggling. Oh,
That is incredible. That is great driving there by Talbot and Potter.
yeah. That was very good work through that chicane. There's not a whole lot of room to go side by side through there. And yeah, Alex Bone suddenly finds himself P7.
He's just setting himself up for a reverse grid pole, right? So he'll get the double pole.
It's got a few positions to drop yet.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
That's
going to be
fine.
ideal, Strat.
and Bikini just goes and sets the fastest lap after that off, so damage is not too severe. Bone apparently struggling with his tyres at the moment. While Kai Rudin, man who I thought would be a lot further up than P16, is having a look at the back of Kuzak's Ferrari. Oh, they're both. You see Apex there, Kai Rudin having to get off the gas to make sure he didn't go in the kiddie litter.
It does look very slippy out there. I'm not envious whatsoever. Piper and Leung still duking it out. This is the penultimate lap.
You can cross penultimate off your bingo cards.
And debutant.
Yeah, we both debutant as well.
What's your thoughts on this chicane?
It's too lenient. It needs, the track limits need improving. You can just cut too much of it, in my
It's a
opinion.
wall. It's a wall.
A wall like at Albert Park, perhaps.
Just a
Or just some extreme
flagpole.
concrete curbing.
Possibly.
Maybe just like a traffic cone, but just made of concrete.
That'll work. Anything
Okay.
hard there.
That'll get expensive quick.
But you'd learn not to cut, so teaching moment.
I
As
know I hit it.
Houlihan, as long as you keep it pointed forward, on track to take his first win of this season.
I believe this is Raleigh's first race of the year.
Bad effort, come back and go P2 in race 1.
So there we go. 47th position for Raleigh. So, yes, this will be his first race of the season.
Well, that is a very strong Porsche team.
It is. Under pressure, though, from our championship leader at the moment, Philippa Bakita.
Yes, he's done well. That was a number of seconds behind thanks to that crash, and I don't think she's quite close enough to take the position of Ralahi, but the man who is going to win, Ryan Houlihan, will win race 1. Ralahi 2, Bakita 3, second in a good effort, will take P4.
And fastest
Kimi,
lap.
and takes the fastest lap. So I'll tell you what, have a look for that car in the second race. Somebody's saying Ralahi on wets. I'll need that confirmed.
No. Surely not.
No, I don't think so.
Precisely.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, I'll be. I'll eat my hat.
Well, that's amazing time management from him.
Well,
Well,
close there.
Well, that was a tight battle there.
Oh, 13 thousandths. 13 thousandths.
Yeah, unfortunately,
But Josh
Daj,
does have a
for all
penalty.
his work, he's got a 15-second penalty. They'll get tacked on, so we'll lose that spot and a few more.
Sad story there for Patrick Oliver in the Mercedes. Will be joining us in the commentary box following the race, so that's going to be an interesting discussion here for Pat. Does have a chance to redeem himself though in the Super.
He might need some time in the cool room before he comes in the commentary box.
I reckon that's where he is right now. So Oliver was in the top 10 for qualifying and during that race. There we go. Some reprieve here for the drivers as the track's now set to fast. And we have a quick 8-minute super qualifying for those that are 13th and below. Patrick Oliver, the first one out of the gates, is chomping at the bit here.
Yeah, well, he's had plenty of time to get the setup ready.
He's gone in the room as mirrors as Pat Oliver and taking a good hard look at himself and go, I will put more fuel in this time. I'll take this opportunity also to grab a quick drink.
No worries.
Very easy to do though, you just leave the quali setup on for the sprint race.
Basically. Yes, he does. Moritz. He just got past a car there, so Kranich is letting him through, which is a good thing to do. If you're a little bit slower on lap times, it's always nice to set, especially for the faster drivers behind. It takes the pressure off you having to push. Who's your money on here, Bender, for qualifying P1? Ooh. I reckon... Who else had a hard luck story there? Remember where Benjamin Piper finished?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I think Oliver would be up there considering.
Kyrudin might be a chance. Mitch Hobbs might be a chance in the Audis.
Borg as well.
Yeah, Borg and McLaren. Chris Kusak showing some pace this season. Quite a few with a big chance to get a better spot. But we'll stay on board with Patrick Oliver to start with. Ross reckons Pat to qualify P1. What do you reckon, chat? Who do you feel is going to pick up the Super Quali pole position, which means they will start from 13th?
That was a very wide, used all the curb there, did Pat, so I hope he didn't just trash his opening lap.
Hopefully not. Super qualifying is a brand new little format we've done for season 6. If you haven't watched before, it is 13th and down from race 1 get to have a chance to reshuffle themselves. So the top 12 from race 1 will be reversed for race 2. So if you finish first here, you'll start 13th and pick up some bonus points. Safety car should go out and do a lap. I agree. I think
you could just imagine the controversy if the safety car bins somebody's qualifying attempt though.
Oh, I could have.
Yeah. Absolute stains.
You would not hear the end of it, Mullet.
Nah. Worst series ever.
Imagine if they set pole time.
And Patrick Oliver's time was invalidated, so 1:29.3, not too shabby at all. Mitch Hobbs 1:29.1. So I said Mitch Hobbs was one of those drivers that could do it. I still think Kyrudin's a chance. I think. Who else is
redemption
there?
round for Kyrudin.
Chris Kusak is a chance. Who goes P2? Let's give some Kyrudin airplay. So Hobbs, Kusak down on the top 3 at the moment. It's got to be low 29s, maybe 28s here for P1. What are your thoughts on cones for track limits for the second chicane not being able to get in?
Cones get yeeted.
Yeah, I think they need cheetah-like curbs at Kyalami on that chicane. You should know instantly when you've hit it, and it should penalise you when you do.
Just covered. That was an out lap before, so he obviously maybe he made a mistake when he first head out. Still got 3 minutes 18 to get a couple laps in. Still Hobbs, Cusack, Piper. Where is Oliver? He's still yet to set a time. He has set a time. So you can't quite see it, but he's P2 at the moment with a 1:29.3, exactly the same time as he tried the lap before. Oh, that was a lot of curb there from Ali.
Looks like he's still pressing it on, so still valid.
It's very bumpy, this Audi. Suspension's loaded. Stay on board with him.
Obviously towing a caravan at the back.
Ryan Borg, bang! Another name we mentioned. 128.8 in the McLaren. Says, how's your father? We've just got Kai Rudin and fellow caster Jamie Saxon yet to set a time. This chicane is, you've got to be so patient with the throttle. Catches me out. Kai Rudin goes P3. Great lap. So
1/10
tight.
off. Yeah.
Top 6 so tight.
Piper half a tenth, so she's pretty compacted at the top there. Wayne Darwin, he's
P1.
found himself in P6 as well, so
This is P1 by a mile. Mile. 28.4.
wow, that's a gauntlet and a half thrown down to the rest of the field.
Biggity bang. Baxter Hopkinson. He's up 6/10, so this will be a big improvement. Top 8, P6, so take that back even further. Jimmy Cato, Honda. Honda been very quiet this season so far. Up 5/6. So up to P12. Kidman up to P3. So tight for that second spot. Kidman's done. He's happy with that. Maybe didn't take enough fuel for another lap.
Tell you what, 2 to 6 is not all that far apart.
Not at all, yeah. Just over a tenth. Oh, so much airtime there for Hobbsy. Yeah, so based on my practice yesterday, I was actually the first time I was in my sim rig for about 3-4 months. I think about 3 months perhaps.
Give the shoulder a bit of a workout, did we?
We did, and I
just loaded up to 35.
No, I went full
torsion
tilt.
level.
I went full tilt. I went the normal settings. I just had a different rim. And this is about the pace that Patrick Oliver was showing. Maybe he's got another tenth in him, or 2. So it's good to see put that together. Hobbsy's currently up. If he has a nails his chicane. Oh, a little bit scrubby on the exit. Still got 2 tenths in it. Where's he going to put him? P3. Smack bang in that little gap. That is so tight. Oh, look at those gaps. That is amazing. This is what super qualifying I was hoping was going to be like. Saxon, I think, is already a bit sick of it. Fast conditions are... Oh, no, they're optimum now, for sure. Oh, no, Saxon.
Well, he obviously wanted to get a pit stop, and the team wouldn't let him, so he said, all right, I'll make it the pit.
That wasn't a wheel failure?
I think that's frustration.
Oh, I hope not.
Potentially more than anything else.
If anyone's watching that, that is not how you should act. Or react if you're annoyed. Just pull over and then thump the living crap out of something in your house. Preferably an object. But yeah, Saxon currently P17 in qualifying. Chris Cusack, P9. And I think that's all out on track.
Is Pat Oliver on a lap?
He is. Does he improve? He does, a 10th.
It goes again. So, obviously disappointed with his race 1 result.
Oh!
Oh, Bender!
No! Stop teasing us, game. That looks a bit wetter.
It does. This is the revenge of race 1.
Oh, they're gonna. Oh,
Oh,
and
it's
it's
wet.
it is
Oh.
wet.
You love to see it.
Now you want wet tyres.
Oh, look, sub me in.
Well,
Here's
we
the
were
thing though, Bender.
teased, and here we
You
go.
already called race 1, so you're not. You cannot lose out on calling the start of this race.
Okay. You can do it, mate.
So, chat, just to recap so far, the first 2 rounds of the season, we have not seen a wet race. We have not seen a wet qualifying session. Tonight we were teased for race 1. It was drizzling about now. It stopped on the grid. But this will be our first wet race of season 6. And in the reverse grid. Oh, hell.
Oh, there's going to be some absolute sends. There's going to be some brake marks missed. There's going to be some low visibility decisions made.
Yep. And we will have a delayed start on the grid. We're going to test it for 1 more week. So basically, when Oliver crosses the line is when the flag will drop green, based on how ACC works, because we do set our own grids out there on the formation lap. It is getting heavier, so in, I'd say, 15, 20 minutes, you can look at a bit heavier rain. It won't change your strategy, though. You'll need to be start with wet tyres, and that'll be it.
So here's who to look out for. A man who's just done a 20-minute session on wet tyres. That's Ralahi. So he's in the box seat for this race, I reckon.
Also, F in chat for the 3 that didn't press drive.
Oh,
Maiden Ross, Timor, A Ward.
that is a big rip
Well,
there.
it's a calculated gamble because there's going to be a high chance of a safety car, I reckon, at lap 1.
F there. So just lining up.
What are they doing?
Just usual safe formation lap stuff, mate.
It's a straight line.
Should be able to go now. Safety car. We don't have to form up past P13 because it's already done for us. And we're away. I'll never have to pay out the straight line stubby holders ever.
No, it's great.
Ever. Ever. And the hot tub stream. Seriously, so if you do race in our series, in our sprint series, I've said if we get 48 drivers in a split, so a full split, because the split is full, doesn't everyone to turn up, I will do a hot tub stream. It's probably a deterrent to turn up, but either way, it'll be a laugh.
Well, not for nothing, but Twitch are cracking down on that, so better pick your poison on.
But they created a category on Twitch though. Did you see that? They created a hot tub
Yes, they
stream
did,
category.
and they recently cracked down on
What you wearing?
some female streamers who were, shall we say, provocatively licking their microphones.
They were
and making
suggestive.
other gestures
Whoa,
that
that's been going on for
perhaps
a
are
long
more
time.
fitting to a strip club.
Well, let's be honest, that's been happening for quite some time, and it's one of the big reasons I'm on to YouTube now. Because it's just, it's softcore porn. It's softcore porn.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be
not what Twitch
13
is
plus,
about.
but you know.
If I want to do that,
You know
I'll
what
sign up.
you know what I want instead of a hot tub stream. I want a pineapple pizza mukbang stream.
Well, I've eaten. What do you want to do? Sorry, what did you say?
No.
Okay,
I want
okay.
you to have like a table with about 10 or 12 pizzas on it. Just eating all of them.
Do you want me wearing clothes, or do you want me smearing pineapple on myself? Or?
I mean, it's up to you, mate. I mean,
Pineapple
just
Well, I know
remember
what you want,
pineapple
mate.
juice is acidic.
I won't go. I won't say what I was thinking, but are you calling the start of this race, Frank?
I believe I am, because
Good luck to you, sir.
Bender went and called the last one, so he loses out on the wet start as field finally comes through.
Rightio.
So,
Over to you, Frank, for race 2.
no worries, thank you. As the guys form up, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens into turn 1. There will be a little bit of a delay while we wait for Pat to cross the line. So the guys will just have to hold on a little bit more. There's a bit of a gap there. As they go, a great jump there from the BMW of Noble. And it's all pretty clean so far. Nothing too outrageous. And that seems to happen in wet races. Everybody's just a little bit more careful. But it's not normally turn 1 or 2. It's next laps that are coming, because some of the fast drivers coming through the field now. Side by side, the two Porsches having a look at each other. It's Makita and Ralahi. And falling behind, and there's Houlihan lurking in the background. He's going to make a charge into the chicane, pulls alongside. Very dangerous to the late break there at this point of the race. Wisely backs out of it. Oh, contact there between Houlihan and Ralahi, and it's going to allow Hobbs potentially to take advantage, and Houlihan just drifts onto the grass, and there's no grip out there. Snake their way through the second chicane. It's all looking pretty clean so far. There's a couple of cars. I think they're the guys that start from the pits. They're the only ones that are out of sequence. Everyone else is struggling. See that switch from the McLaren? Somehow gets it under control. How's he going to go braking into the zone as the Audi throws it up the inside? He's going to get the move done. And he's going to lose out to the Bentley as well. So that, I think that's Borg, and the McLaren lost about 2 spots at once, and he's probably going to lose 3.
Dramas ahead, dramas ahead.
Oh, and everyone's around it. It's a Mercedes and a Bentley, and there's Hopkinson. He's into the pits.
Oh no.
Porsches
Oh, there's been an absolute send, but Porsche's around hard into the wall. And I think there's going to be more potential. Who's that Piper? Just to get it around. No safety car as of yet. Penalties, though, are coming.
Well, that one's for lap 13. That's interesting. I think that's just a late update.
Oh, that McLaren!
Oh, McLaren has gone. There is no grip out there in the wet grass.
Oh, it started off so well, this race. It's just starting to kick off. Lap 2.
Yeah, and you've got fast drivers trying to get past some of the not so fast drivers. Unfortunately, if you're just trying to control the car, you don't have much option if you accidentally touch the guy that's coming through.
Oh, too wide, there's Brave.
Wow, that was fairly hectic. We see another, that's Daj pointed around the wrong way. Do the old 10-point turn.
Meanwhile, Valentini's got past Noble. Noble's dropped to 5th. Fastest lap for Vecchio. Honda had it for about 3 milliseconds.
There you go. So apparently the Withers drive-through is a post-race 1 penalty. So that is very unfortunate for Withers, but he's obviously been a naughty boy.
Looks like he's going through the pits now. Drops all the way down the back.
So just watch how Kidman takes this chicane. He's got a Lamborghini up in front. He's going to go alongside. He's going to outbrake the Lamborghini.
Gone for it.
No,
That's
it's turned in too soon. Too shallow there. Oh no.
gonna
He's going to give it back, but he's going to lose 3 positions. He does well to block off Cusack.
Chris, he had no.
Cusack's going to go anyway.
Oh, they've made it work.
So Oliver, the man that did start P13, is all the way down in P16, so he must have got caught up in some of those incidents.
Let's go in chat asking if it's a post-race penalty for race 1. Why is it issued in race 2? That is a great question.
Not sure. Well, let's just watch the replay of what happened to Bowen at the end of lap 1 here. McLaren's going to the inside. Well, has a look. Is it going to dive? It's the first time I've seen it. There's something happens to a Porsche. I really want to find out. Oh, rear ender. And I don't really see a Porsche.
Yeah, here,
gets turned up
just
the front.
seen him come across in front of that Mercedes, absolutely spun hard into the wall. So he did well to avoid Bone, and unfortunately didn't avoid the other Mercedes on the main straight. So we'll watch here, just see, gets through nice and easily, just comes across. Yeah,
Keep rolling it, keep rolling it. Someone comes, someone went steaming up the inside.
Well,
Yeah, that Aston there. They took like 4 people.
Oh, shit. This one is a bit further up.
I think it was one bit further up. Yeah, there, bang! Straight up the inside.
Oh, that's brave.
Look at this all unfolding. Eyes light up. This is the dream. Winners.
Oh.
4.
What a move.
Gets 4.
I'll tell you who he,
Gets
I'll tell you
four.
who he owes a lot of gratitude is that BMW who was moving over, and obviously just saw an absolute send from that Aston coming through.
Wasn't
to
even
dodge
watching
out the
what
way.
Patrick Oliver's
Oh
been
my
doing.
goodness. That's a lot of damage.
Paddy's had better rounds, I can tell you that right now. He will not be happy about this night's racing. Oh, contact there. The Nissan and the Aston, and the Nissan's going to lose out. That's Bakita storming her way through.
Yeah, she's ahead of Houlihan and Relahi for now. It's the Patrick Oliver incident. Big crash.
It's so
What's he going to do? Oh, punt. Gets punted and then just ping pongs off the other car.
No,
No,
and then hits him.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And he gets a penalty too. He's just picked up a penalty for that bit of a misbraking point. Yeah, it was unfortunately they had 2 cars stopped, and his teammate also trying to avoid damage around right in front.
Oh, poor Pat.
So really get a welfare check on Pat Oliver.
Almost had the opening 10 minutes. I believe we should be seeing rain increasing in the near future now. So you can see, so Houlihan's past Vecchio P6 in the background there on the right hand side. Battle of the lead between Valentini and Hunter on the left.
Still, not even 10 minutes
even
into
10
this
minutes.
race. Nick Nuck Paddywhack. Yeah, pretty much tonight. That's what happens at times.
Oh,
See,
who was
another
that in the wall?
McLaren. There was a McLaren in the wall there.
I think it was a lap car maybe.
Nope. Oh, it is Ryan Hall, sorry.
Yeah, he's not having a great night either, Ryan.
Well, this is what happens when you start to have a series of dry races and you don't have wet conditions for a while. Just lose touch on how you drive that, especially with guys in new cars. May not have done all that much wet practice in their new setups. So this will be a fairly decent learning curve for a lot of drivers tonight.
This is why we have to have a few
No,
races
no,
every week. Yes,
no.
yes, yes. Look.
I know where you were
How
going.
much more exciting is this in the first 10 minutes than some 40-minute races we've had?
Mate, have you seen some of the starts we've had now, the races this series? Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen them. I've commentated on some of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
this
you
is
know,
tight.
rain is not the determining factor of that.
Oh, how they made that work.
Makita very interested. She's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, this is going to hold her up too.
Oh, Houlihan's right behind her now. You can see the Ferrari in the rear view mirror.
Yeah. Makita knows she's got to get past these guys. Probably aren't as quick as her because Houlihan is lurking, wants to back up. Race 1 win with a race 2.
Yeah, Relahi's cleared Vecchio now as well.
Looks like Hunter made a mistake. Oh, maybe struggling for temps. Awesome battle though.
So what do you do? Oh, as we see contact there, and Makita is going to benefit, and Houlihan going to follow straight through as well. So unfortunately, not quite what Makita was hoping for. This almighty scrap goes on.
Houlihan gets through. So Hunter and Hunter's lost out more spots. What's happened there? It was P7. Oh, sorry, P2 to start this lap. Oh, as his teammate goes wide. Goodbye, Cone. See you later. Smashes into the fence. 4 runs. Just to touch on the comment in chat regarding are drivers allowed to question what the penalty was for? No. That's it. Just if we allow it, you can only imagine what commentary comes back through from the drivers. We're not here to debate. We're here to officiate, and if you do want to check, you do it after the race. If you think you obviously weren't involved in an incident whatsoever and the stewards maybe have the wrong car number, just say, are you sure on car number? Just question it. It has happened every now and then. Remember, these stewards are volunteers. They only get paid in pineapple pizzas. That's why most of them are angry. Oh, what a send there by Makita. Through she goes.
And Potter having a look at Houlihan.
Makita immediately.
Oh.
It's fairly aggressive. I know it's a lap car, but that was a fairly aggressive flash of the lights.
You can just feel them smashing the light stick.
I've got feelings on that.
I'm flashing.
Yep.
Not a fan.
I'm not saying don't do it, but aggressively flashing someone that's not as quick as you, I don't think sets the right tone for what league racing should be.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I also think sometimes it actually puts them under more pressure.
Yeah, and it doesn't make anyone feel good if you're aggressively flashing someone just because they're trying to get through on a lap.
Yeah.
You flash them, once or twice, that's fine. But yeah, just 8 or 10 times all the way down the straight because you think they're not going to see you. I think something that needs to be looked at. If it were me,
I think flashing is warranted if you've been behind the blue flag car in an endurance race for some considerable amount of time.
Yeah.
Where...
And that's the other thing too. If they're holding you up, then obviously you know, you could feel more aggrieved. But if you're flashing them before you've even approached them,
Yeah,
I
that's
was about to say,
it's pretty
that's the
shitty.
one that annoys me, when people flash me and it's like, you've literally just got onto the back of my car and you know I'm going to get out of the way. What are you doing?
It just comes down to respect and patience. Well, but it's a very hot topic in sim racing, blue flags.
Well, I mean, there's arguments in a lot of online communities, which is a nice little segue into the first and probably only benefactor of the stream.
oh no.
Here we go.
There's new research come out that shows 1% of all online internet communities start 74% of internet arguments.
That's who? How did they do that research?
Oh, they just went to 4chan.
Probably.
Basically, Ooh.
But it's not
Oh,
surprising.
it's a bit of a sin. Relahi trying to overtake on the wetter part of the track. It's always going to be tough ass, but going to have a switch back. But Potter doing well. Potter, no means a slouch, so Relahi's got his work cut out to get around.
No, I assume it's pretty credible because it's out of Stanford University, so you would expect them to be on the money.
Yeah, but not the Stanford you're thinking of. It's Stanford University, Uzbekistan.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
they're
probably.
good. But Shakely says, always fun when
somebody's
someone flashes you. What's that?
Sorry, somebody's just teleported to the pits as well. They had a bit of a bin on the...
91.
After
That is
the,
Alex Bowen.
Oh, it is too.
Oh, he's having an absolute mare, Alex. Well, there you go. Moritz in chat, he's got me. 60% of the time, Bender is right every time.
If you got booked for speeding, Raggy, well, in a sprint series, if you get done for pit speeding, you have 100% broken pit speeding.
Yeah.
I guarantee you it. Because the way
It's
the
not-
stewards look at it, yeah. It's not
I
yes
mean,
or
it's
no.
not even a steward penalty. The game just automatically knows you've broken.
Oh, not necessarily. The way we do the stewarding, the game will only give a stop-go 30 or a drive-through in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
You can actually hit pit. No, I won't go into it because people will try it. But we will monitor the pit entries ourselves just to make sure that everyone's done the right thing, and we actually have a little bit of a leeway with that. And
Oh,
if-
Valentini.
Unfortunately, Bakita has got the move done, and now what does Valentini do? Knows his teammate is also trying to pick his way through. Going to be a little bit of a Valtteri James situation. Where's that McLaren goes
Whoa,
wide?
just
Albon
as I-
was very wide there.
just
He
as
lost
I-
2 positions.
Cued the cross.
What timing's been impeccable tonight, Mullet?
Oh, it has, hasn't it? Bloody hell.
Almost as good as Crofty.
I'm going to sack myself. I don't mean that in a good way.
So
Oh,
there we go.
Can't get much closer than that.
This is not going to end well if Talbot's going to try and make a move around the outside.
Oh, he's got
Oh.
pit lane.
Yeah. I tried to come in last night in the practice and they just sat on the apex. I was a fair way back and I was flying through. Got it on the grass. Who was it that had that incredible pit entry one season? Do you remember that?
I remember commentating on that. I can't remember
Huge
who it
as
was.
the Aegis.
It was massive.
It was
Massive
maybe it
commitment.
was Stephen Bull. Can't.
It could have well been.
So, just approaching the halfway mark. Does Houlihan have enough time? About 2.4 seconds to Bakita, who's stretched her legs Now that she's got past Valentini.
I wonder what happened to Talbot.
He's in the pits now, so
What?
obviously a bit of damage from somewhere. I wonder if... Oh, as we see an Audi around, that's Hobbs.
How's that for impeccable timing?
Hobbs mowing. Their franchise. Get on board.
He's kept it going. Not that
Oh!
he can get bogged in this. That was almost...
That was almost a great rejoin.
Dare I say it, Bender-esque?
Yeah, nearly the lead to that Bentley.
He kept it gassed and kept the momentum going, so...
Funny part is he would have seen him coming too.
Yeah, it's scary when that happens. No one likes to be that person.
Houlihan already on the back of Valentini. I wonder what Valentini's thinking right now.
Very impressed with Valentini. Brand new to OOR. Doing some good things early. Got himself up to pro class very, very quickly.
Valentini, it's James.
Yeah.
Lewis is faster than you. Do you understand the message?
I don't know if anybody has ever seen the movie Scanners, but I can just imagine Ryan Houlihan just try to telepathically get Valentini to move over.
If you're Bottas and you know it's your last year at Mercedes and you've been so frustrated with them not listening to you, surely at some stage the rest of this season you're going to ignore team orders and do something selfish. You can't be that selfish.
You mean like block Hamilton at Spain?
Yeah.
I think he's...
Ooh.
Oh, there's contact between teammates, so there's no team orders.
Whoa.
And poor old Valentini's going to lose out, and as they come together with Potter. Potter's lost out huge. Try to take opportunity between the contact of the teammates, and almost Austin Powers himself trying to get back going in the narrow stretch of the circuit. It's going to be very interesting to see if there's anything for the stewards to look at there.
I think there will be a penalty issued in there somewhere.
Speaking of penalties, Kimi Seconds picked up their second penalty of this evening. And just gets past Dan Hunter. Dan Hunter
up to 35 seconds now. Penalties, that's rough.
Oh, it's sledging much.
To quote The Simpsons, that's a paddling.
That is a paddling. But just back on the Bottas thing, I mean...
Oh,
what do you think? He was saying it was a two-stop. No one effing listened to me. Why do you think they didn't pit him? I think it is one or both of these reasons. One, they wanted him to block for Hamilton.
Yep.
Two, they didn't want to give him a strategy that would enable him to beat Hamilton.
I think you just go with one and you stop at one.
Yeah.
You don't think it was 1 and 2?
Well,
no, I just think they wanted him to block Max as much as they could. They've got all their eggs in the... I think Bottas has already been told he won't be driving for him next season. This is my opinion. I have no insider knowledge, but I think he knows he's not driving for Mercedes next season, and he's going to be probably the team radio you want to be plugged into. You have that ability to listen to team radios throughout the rest of this season, and I wouldn't be shocked if he gets replaced mid-season.
Oh,
nah, they won't do that.
I don't think they will. It's not Mercedes.
As I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes off reservation too much. If he ignores team orders and doesn't do what the team tell him to do, they will replace him.
Yeah, but he hasn't shown to do that in the last 4 years.
Yeah, but he showed glimpses at Spain when he held up Hamilton when he was coming back through. Didn't let him through. He was very vocal on the team radio about his thoughts on the strategy. You knew you were driving for him next year. You wouldn't be that. You'd save that for private. You wouldn't do that over public communication.
Nah,
I think the seeds are already there.
I really doubt they'll break their normal MO and move him on. I don't think he's going to leave either. I don't even know what seats are open. I don't even know how Ocon got a 3-year deal.
I was going to say, where would he go? There's nowhere open.
the only place he could go is a straight swap for George.
Yeah, and he'd rather go do
And
rally
he'll
than
go
race
to rally or
Williams.
something else than William. Guarantee that right now.
Yeah, he won't. Why would you go to Williams at this stage of your career? Maybe Haas? I don't know.
No.
Maceman, is he paying for his seat much longer? Like his
Well, his dad's going to buy the team.
His dad is wealthy enough to buy all of Formula One, and then have some change.
There's got to be some. You just can't have money and have a team. Like surely they've got a vetoing process.
No, money's basically it. You got enough money, you can have a team for as long as you want.
They're racing in Saudi Arabia after plastering the We Races one on all the cars and promotional stuff for a year. So money trumps all as usual.
We'll get him a seat in the Jaguar here in OOR. How's that sound? I like that idea there for our minion. Meanwhile, in the more important racing.
Yeah, Relahi has got a 5-second penalty. Has gone onto the back of Vecchio and Valentini. Does have just about enough time to stretch the lead from these two and possibly take the third spot on the podium. He's got to get past these two rather quickly.
For the class battles, Kieran Potter comfortably, or what was comfortably P1 and Pro-Am, but got caught up in the incident and is still leading Pro-Am, but Chris Noble's not too far away. Oliver's picked up a 15-second causing collision lap 7. Is that after he's come out of the pits? Or was that the one that we saw at the chicane?
I'm not sure, but Relahi's going to try and pick off the Valentini, I think.
Got him.
No, slots in behind. No, he has. Has got past the Ferrari. He's now got Vecchio in front for the last spot on the podium.
Jimmy Cato, after what a great race one, I think it was second last, P12 in the AM class, and fighting our debutant Reagan Herbert, who's probably going to pick up the Grand Slam here for the silver class. Bender, you wanker.
He's on track. I mean,
he's on track for the Grand Slam in the silver class.
We got a
very rare feat.
So we've got an off car 26 or car 25. Just getting overtaken towards the chicane now.
Obviously, that back to F1, that Red Bull car has improved significantly. Would Alex Albon be doing what?
No.
Simple answer.
Sergio's
no.
doing amazing work for Red Bull now.
Yep.
Took him a couple of races, but
and having a good number 2 sort of help your main driver cut off strategies is what Mercedes were good at doing for a long time, and now Red Bull have got a teammate that's, you know, not on par with Max, but certainly help him in regards to the strategy. It's, you know, basically Red Bull's championship to lose, I feel, at this point of the season. We'll find out this week. I mean, Paul Ricard was supposedly a Mercedes favoured circuit, and somehow Red Bull made it work. So
Tyres are very strong at the moment. Whoever gets the strategy right, cars are that close. I think that's who wins. But there's been a lot of debate about, why couldn't Ferrari do this in 2017, 2018? Well, 2 reasons. One, the car was never as close to Mercedes as the Red Bull is now. 2, team are incompetent.
basically they lost that based on stupid decisions. Yep. I think the car was good enough to win. But
nah.
If they didn't bottle this, it wasn't far off though. Like wasn't far off.
It wasn't far off, but it wasn't close enough. But Mercedes is that well run. Look at how well Red Bull are. They are the best run team in the championship, I reckon. And look how close their car has to be be able to beat Mercedes.
You couldn't say Mercedes aren't the best one team. They've won 7 in a row. I think Red Bull are heading that way. I think this year, though, Mercedes have shown a little bit cracks in their strategy.
I think the aero changes with the floor and all that has obviously helped the high rate cars, and the highest rate being the Red Bull. That's obvious. I think also the tyre situation and the changes to that are also going to help Red Bull somehow a little bit better, more able to keep those temperatures under control. I think Mercedes have always, with all parts of their car, have struggled with heat and managing of heat. I mean, they were lucky that they were so dominant. They weren't following cars for a lot of races, because you sort of always hear them say, you know, don't stay too long behind another car or try and find some cool air, because they do have that Achilles heel that the cars just aren't, as we see ascend from Barrett. Unfortunately, clips the back of Kranich.
Lives to fight another day, though.
Yeah, certainly does, but I think that might get looked at as well. I've got Clark towards the first chicane. Is he gonna move? No. Backs out of it. Losing or gain so much time through that first chicane. Just got to know where the limits are. Exactly. This one as well. Take all sorts of liberties.
Don't think we've seen a drive-through yet tonight for track limits. It's quite possible. It's quite easy to get one here. Saw a few pop up last night in the rookie series. All in all, though, not a bad first wet race for the season at 6. Don't forget Split Green kicking off straight after this. The qualifying starts in just over 5 minutes.
Just imagine if the first wet race was at somewhere like Bathurst. How much carnage we could potentially see at the top of the mountain.
Speaking of Bathurst is next week, so get excited. Also, like and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell.
We've just ticked over 1,000 subscribers in the last few days, so many thanks to all of you out there supporting us. Our Twitch channel's over 5.3, which isn't a bad effort, because Twitch is a bit different when it comes to sim racing. So no like button on Twitch, but on YouTube, please give us a like or a subscribe, or both. Or just tell us to fuck off. Whatever suits you.
Or just give us money by PayPal.
Yeah, that as well.
And by that I mean me personally, not OOR.
Can you just share your mobile number?
What's your tax file number?
The ATO is listening. I do not get any extra income from OOR. Just want to make that abundantly clear.
What's the response to your emergency question? The recovery question.
Yeah, what was the first dog you ever owned? What was its name?
Which school did you go to?
Yeah.
What was your mother's maiden name?
Yeah.
What suburb were you born in?
Please don't type those.
Don't. No one dox yourself.
No.
Never share. So on social media, if you got those stupid, memey, lovey Facebook posts where it says, "Oh, fill in this," and everyone's sharing it and giving all their data, just don't do it. Who cares? Don't need to share that info. You will survive without sharing it. Live, love, laugh, or whatever it's fucking called as well.
I'll tell you what, who's live, laugh, loving at the moment is Bakita. 7 seconds, I think. 8 seconds now. Absolutely loving these wet conditions. And on track to take another victory after missing out in race 1. Breaking her unbeaten start.
Did anyone ever fall for the old classic one in RuneScape where people say, "Oh look, Jagex blocks your password," and then type a bunch of asterisks and then say everyone else try it, and then people would type in their password and they just typed it in.
No, because I was too old for RuneScape when it was a thing.
No, but I've played a competitive game against a few people online, and someone was asking about the key controls or how you do certain things. And the old, just press Alt F4 and that'll fix up your towers. And then you see them leave the game instantly. It's always very, very funny, no matter how old you are.
Oh, it is. That's a timeless classic.
Yeah. Now we're on board with the Bentley. How porn is that new steering wheel? Yes. Fanatec releasing a Bentley-inspired. I think it's a Bentley replica.
Yeah, I think it's exactly the same as what they have in the real life GT3 car for the Bentley. Not that I'm suggesting people go out to a GT3 race day and start stealing wheels from Bentleys.
Oh, speaking of,
as we see, speak of the devil.
Good save. Needed a new Bentley wheel, I think.
Yeah. And just to hold on.
Looks pretty pricey though, so if you're really, really keen on Bentley stuff, start saving now. It's gonna be.
Well, is anything Bentley related cheap?
It's very true.
Pretty sure the keychain is like $2,000.
Wow. It does come with a bottle of cognac though.
Does it come with a servant named Jeeves?
Yeah, it could do, or Charlesworth. Charlesworth and Jeeves. They'll deliver your wheel to you. They'll even polish it. Fastest lap of the race so far, Page, is 1:33.363 by car 12, which is Kimmy's second. Obviously, it's a wet race, so those times are down a little bit.
Somebody in chat is saying that Pikes Peak's this weekend. For those that don't really know much about it, it's a bit like a rally event. It's an all tarmac rally event now, up a mountain, but literally no restrictions on what you can run on it. You see the most outrageous vehicles ever conceived.
It's great.
Go,
Send.
Yeah.
Jimmy Cato is flying here.
Yeah, we're starting to see some of the cars taking that chicane as a suggestion rather than a actual corner.
Cato was P12 not that long ago, up to P10. Herbert
Hassling the hell out of Herbert. Jimmy snagged another one before this race is out. With what, about 2 laps to go?
Well, he should get Herbert based on that penalty. Here's Noble a chance to be pinched.
Yeah, only 6/10 up the road from this battle, so... Oh, sorry, 1.5 seconds, sorry. And then Noble's only 6/10 behind Hunter. So Noble's a chance to be held up as well. Daj gets a penalty for an incident on lap 14.
How is Cato been going so far? 35th, 5 points so far only for the season. Massive point haul coming up here.
Gonna say, going to increase that very shortly.
Great work, Jimmy. There's a full twig Bentley GT3 car, and that's where the new wheel comes from. Oh, nice. It does look nice. I'm not sure I'd pay $4 or $5 though for a replica wheel, unless I shaved a second off my lap times. And even then, is it worth it? I've just recently got a new
Once
wheel.
again, a
Ooh,
big
that's good
send
send.
under brakes. Oh, sweep in front, holds it.
Wow.
Great save. Awesome work there, Jimmy.
What a hold.
Tell you what,
I bet you he puck it up.
that's a hero zero moment right there.
Yeah. Can Jimmy catch up to these two?
Well,
Put on
he's going to have to hope Hunter's going to bowl Noble up.
Big chance here, Jimmy. Look at him
Yeah,
flying. He's got his tyres in
Got
the window.
one more lap to go. human picks up 15
It's designed
seconds.
to be used in the real thing as well. Ah. So the BMW, the new wheel is coming out. Okay. I got the M3, is it? That was my latest edition, which has helped my shoulder. Get in the bin Formula rims.
Thought you were racing on a pad, mate.
I don't know how people do it. I think you have to be clinically insane to try. I don't know how on earth that you can be competitive. It's Jimmy, I've got to say I'm bored with this battle. Even though Philip Paquette is coming closer to the lead or the finish. Oh, this is ending well.
Look at absolutely dancing that car through that corner. Just little corrections. Trying to keep as much speed, and it has got to run.
He's going to send it.
Worked last time.
This time, not so much.
No. He rolled a snake eyes on that one.
Yeah, flew a little bit
Gambled
too
a
close to
lot.
the sun.
Fair play to him though. He committed. You love to see it.
Yeah, he
Hats
left
off.
it all out on the track that time.
Well done, Makita. P1 for race 2, 4th win of the year. Houlihan, P2. Raleigh was going to cross the line, P3. Has a 5-second penalty though, so Vecchio will pick that up.
Fifth, I reckon.
Kimmy second has about 356 minutes of penalties. Will drop. Kieran Potter, awesome race there, picking up the Pro-Am win as well. Dan Hunter, I think he's been struggling with tyres most of this race, but still will be P6. Then we have Noble. Hunter into the wall. Herbert on debut.
Look at this. We've got Reagan Herbert on debut, picking up the Grand Slam in the silver class.
Oh, you can't even say his first name. He said Rogan.
No, I said Regan.
No, he said Rogan. That's how I heard it. That's what I'm saying.
Is it Rogan, Regan, or Reagan?
It's actually David.
It's actually
More Darwin across the line. 3/10 separate those two. Chris Cusack. A few cars have been in the wars today. Perkins very deep into that corner. Barrett. A few scrapes on that Porsche.
Is there going to be a final send?
Oh,
Has a look.
look at that.
Has a look. Just trying to spook Perkins, I reckon. But Perkins says nothing doing.
Nothing doing at all. And that was all she wrote. Pretty sure there's no one else on track except 22, which maybe just a parade lap there for Chris. Nope, binned it. Don't say that, Corey. He said Rogan. Don't let him know he's right.
Thank you, Corey. Love your support, mate.
Yep, no worries. And I think that's going to do it for us, Bender.
Yeah, the old blokes are leaving to replace by the new young'uns.
Yep. So,
These young whippersnappers.
Yeah.
so we'll see you all probably in chat.
Have a good evening, gents.
Thanks, Frank.
Catch you
Thanks,
next time.
David. It's been a pleasure, Frank. It's been okay, David.
See you guys.
See you, mate.
Evening, Mull.
G'day, sir. How are we? Are you
I've
feeling
been
okay?
better.
Are you feeling okay?
No, I've been better.
This is a safe place.
Yeah, look, it just didn't start off well and got worse from there.
Didn't start off well. It peaked a little bit for qualifying 2, and then it's all
did
gone downhill.
peak. Yeah, just people not slowing down for yellow flags, unfortunately, and got some terminal damage. But you know, it happens. We'll learn.
Oh,
And
it
on to
does,
next
mate.
week.
It does indeed. Still great qualifying 2.
Yeah, I did have the pace. I just unfortunately couldn't finish it off.
How was it in the wet?
The car actually was really good. That's the one thing that because I forgot fuel, I was stressed so much that the car wasn't going to be set up too well for the wet. But it was set up well, just forgot about fuel.
Yeah.
Didn't do that the second time.
Yeah, we were very concerned at the start of the first race and who took the wet tyres based on the fact that it was damp and changing. But it seemed to work. Like, I think Raleigh had wet tyres as well and he finished second.
Yeah, they're about a PSI over pressure, but they seemed really quick. Especially, it might have been because I had less fuel, but still felt pretty good.
No, you did well, mate. Except when you didn't do well.
Yeah, I haven't smashed anything yet, but this G29 has served its last race, so look, maybe that.
Oh,
Maybe that's up
have
there.
you got another one coming, or you just?
I've got it. I got it today. I got my
Oh.
McLaren and CSW.
Oh, very nice, mate. Glad to hear. You can have a ceremony with the G29.
Could have a smashing party.
Send it this way.
JP. Nah, bugger. Don't you did you get one? Did you get given a G29 already?
I have. Hang on, I've got a G920 here. No, I don't have a 29. I don't have a 29.
Oh, well, give me your address then.
All right, I'll send you some postage money and stuffs.
Sounds good.
As long as you sign it.
Yep.
Sweet. G'day, JP. How are we, mate?
G'day, very well, thanks yourself.
Going well, going well. Just wondering if there's going to be more dry racing tonight for Split Green, or we're going to throw them in the deep end like Split Yellow.
Them, I hope it's dry.
I'm hoping deep end, because, I mean, they have been quite a boring split so far.
Split Green, yeah. There's been no highlights here at all.
Exactly, so it would be good to add some excitement to their racing.
I agree. It's good to see Andy O'Hara back. In
I
action
wonder
with
if
his
he's
ankle.
how many feet he's on tonight. I mean, not like it really matters, but
Apparently he's racing on a keyboard tonight.
good on him.
Dini, 127.5. That's just rude. For especially early. Bentley's 1, 2, 5, 10. That is
Well,
aggressive.
Adini did a 126 free in the hot lap server,
Oh,
and Reyes did a 126.8, so I'm thinking you're going to see some quicker times here.
yeah, we should see at least similar, but based on this track temp, it's a bit lower than the hot lap.
Yeah, but based on this track map, it's quite a challenge to get some space.
Yeah. Got to get very lucky with the people in front of you, I think.
What have we got car-wise? We have 37.
Still a pretty good turnout.
Any
2 amateurs in the top 10. That's pretty good.
Ex-amateurs. No, they're doing very well. Biambi, who just needs one more good race, and pretty sure we're going to upgrade him to pro. Has shown the pace. It's just the racecraft is still coming together. Megan D, who's also had 2 extremely amazing rounds. He's 6 at the moment. Any debutants tonight? No debutants, but Dan Siciliano is making his first appearance at Split Green. I think that's just about it. Oh, Rizal, I think this is his first race. That last name, Abdrashman.
Abdurrahman.
Well, you said
Surely.
it. You said it way better. I think JP's South African accent's going to make that sound even better, though.
Abdurrahman.
There we go.
The twang on that
The
too.
twang.
I love that. Abdurrahman.
Yeah, we have a lot of sounds in Afrikaans, so we can do the Middle Eastern accents pretty decently.
Oh, you can teach me some Kailami pronunciations.
Some of those corner
Crocodile. I love Kailami's track. The corner names. It's easily the best.
Yeah, crocodile is the Afrikaans
Crocodile.
pronunciation. Yeah.
All right, you're going to change my life. That's what you're going to do with Kailami. That's one of the last rounds, I think.
Yeah. Speaking
Underrated
of
track.
fantastic track, not purely based on South African bias, but it is just a fantastic track to race on.
Oh, 100% agree. I never had driven on it until I've got ACC, the DLC, and it's easily my top 3 tracks ever. It's just perfect. It's got a bit of everything.
Yeah. I definitely, that and Imola is definitely my top 2 tracks on ACC.
It was gorgeous. Brands
We
Hatch
actually
was
went
on
that
that
there.
track too much.
We actually went to Kailami when the Toyota Hilux was launched in 2003, It was at Kyalami, so you could drive the Hilux around Kyalami. Not exactly the perfect track car, but it was quite fun.
It still would have been fun, for sure.
You can say you've done it now, though.
Yep.
Exactly.
Who could say they've driven a Hilux around Kyalami? Not me, for sure.
I've never driving anything around Kyalami. Oh, what's your thoughts on Brands Hatch, JP?
I love hot lapping Brands Hatch. I am not crazy about racing there. It's a very similar to Zolder in a sense. It's very difficult to overtake, but it's a fantastic track just to drive.
Sitting on the fence there, aren't you, Mullet?
No, I agree with the hot lap. I
response.
agree with the hot lap. I don't like being wheel to wheel there. Too many variables with drivers, especially in ACC. It just seems like it's a bit of a cluster. But in saying that, I love watching the real life GT3s. It is full on. People on the grass, coming back on and off. It's glorious.
There? Oh,
multi-class.
Yeah, the British GT from a couple of weeks ago was a pretty entertaining watch.
I haven't seen that one yet. I have to catch it. Andres, hurry back on 2 feet. Well, I hope so, because if he's doing 127.3s on one, I quit.
I'm pretty sure he did a 20. He's 26.9 on one, didn't he? From memory?
Probably.
Sounds like him.
So, chat, what are your top 3 circuits? We'll go ACC. What's your top 3 circuits in ACC?
Zolder.
Mine are always
Misano.
backwards. No one's going to like me when I say mine.
Misano's a good one.
Yeah, I've learned to like Misano. It does help that when I was in the Bentley. Bentley loves Misano. Right,
That is
qualifying
a
done.
very close qualifying.
Yeah, jeez.
63,000.
Wow. Split them up, Andy. Good job.
And dry.
Oh, that hurts the soul.
It does after you've just raced in yellow. So what have we got in chats? Kyalami, Laguna, all others, Bathurst. Laguna! I would not have predicted
hate
anyone to
Laguna.
type that out.
Sand hurts.
I
It
hate
does.
sand.
Zandvoort.
It's in places.
What else we got? Kyalami, Imola, Mazzano. I like that list there, Firelord. Kyalami, Bathurst. See, a lot of Kyalami. Bathurst gets a lot of shouts. Zandvoort again?
Those people are
Zanchin.
lying.
Well, Adrian Ferguson's top 3 is Silverstone, so he no maths so good.
Keep going, Adrian. You got 2 more.
Hungry. Hungry's a good one.
Oh, Hungary's in my
Underrated
top
track.
5. Paul Ricard's in my top 5, though. Sorry, peeps.
Okay, your top 5 is invalid then.
Your top 5.
I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. But Hungary's in my... I actually say Hungary's in my top 3. I just really
Yeah,
enjoy
I think
it.
I'm going to say Misano, Hungary, and Zolder.
Yep. So we used to say Barcelona, but I don't like it as much anymore after playing ACC. I don't know. Something about it on this game has turned me off it.
Car's not fast enough for that place.
Yeah. Suzuka's... Oh, I don't mind Suzuka. You're getting there? Oh, here goes. Adrian's just spread it out for us. Silverstone, Imola, Suzuka. He's really making us work.
Nah, I don't like driving Suzuka.
All right.
know
Here's a
why.
better question. Your bottom 2 tracks.
Suzuka.
I'd say that's an easy Bathurst and
Zandvoort.
Zandvoort.
I'm going to brand Zandvoort.
I prefer the shorter tracks.
Oh, I don't know what to think of. I haven't done enough on Laguna. I just never enjoyed the feel of it.
Laguna is a great track in GT4s. It's great fun in GT4s.
Yeah.
In GT3s,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
quite challenging.
I think Donington will be a good one. I haven't
Oh,
raced there yet, so I can't talk about it.
I forget about the other 3 British ones. At
but-
this game.
I guess
What's good?
Alton's probably not fun.
Alton is not made for GT3s
Nah,
whatsoever.
it's too bumpy as well.
Yeah. Donington is a great track though. It's a great fun track. I remember that from Toka touring cars back in sort of 1998 on the PlayStation 1, and it's still a great track.
I was 2 then, so can't relate.
Showing my age, unfortunately.
Bathurst is getting a lot of shouts for least favourite, or Ryan Hawley's list, Bathurst and Imola.
I'm kind of over Imola.
I feel, yeah, we remember the Imola World Tour we had?
We did the 8-hour and then sprint finals and then the
Yeah,
iRacing series there in 1 week.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm never going there again.
Don't blame you. All right, JP, Pat, who's going to take the first race start?
I'll give it a good crack.
Rightio.
Hopefully I can do better in the comms box.
Do you have enough fuel for this? Or?
Shots absolutely fired.
My bad, sorry.
He's got drinks.
Nah,
He's got
that's
drinks.
alright.
What are you drinking, Pat?
Nothing.
Oh, you
I'm
fuck.
sober as a fence post.
Doesn't have to be alcoholic, mate. Any liquid.
Nothing.
Whatever's
I literally
close
have
to you.
nothing.
Piss in the
Anyway, Adini leads
Righto.
O'Hara, Reyes, Biambi, Shoesmith, Russell, Serpiel, Carrude, and D across the line. Let's get ready to rumble here at Zolder for split green.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Look at all these teams together, and they're away. And whoever that is in the second row gets an absolute jump. Or McLaren thinks about going in the sand trap, but still looking pretty clean here so far. Lots of racing to go. No ascends just yet. 3 wide in the back. And O'Hara has gotten the jump. Absolutely, he's out of here. See you later. Goodbye. As the Bentleys are fighting, and the Nissan on the inside of the McLaren all getting very close around there. That's a scary place to be too wide. A bit of a kiss. How you going? Still too wide most of the time. Oh, I hated going too wide here during the last race. Oh, that's a huge send by the McLaren. Cuts off the Nissan there. That's a bit scary, but still alive, still all facing the right way. One straggler at the back, but I don't know what happened there. Might have been an incident we missed. Kind of moving under brakes there, you got to be careful. Oh, and the Porsche takes evasive action. Still too wide at the back, there's a bit of a kiss. Oh, 3 wide. You don't want to be 3 wide there, do you? Still too wide. Honda looks pretty good around here, or especially in the wet before, but they've been doing pretty good work there. That's Weatherburn. Weatherburn. Oh dear. But pretty good 3/4 of a lap here. Wow. That's beautiful to see. Split green off to a pretty good start. Adini's got the hard task of staying with Andrew, but he's in the right car there, that's for sure. Reyes doing a great job of sticking close to his teammate as well. I said it looks stable, Philip, okay? I'm just making conversation. But also... No, go. Sorry.
No, Split Green must have gotten together and had a meeting about first lap incidents, and it seems to have worked. That was a fairly clean first lap. Should be interesting to see if Adini can keep with O'Hara. I think in hot lap pace he definitely has him, but it's a whole different kettle of fish overtaking here, so it should be an interesting 20 minutes.
Was that Bentley just get very close to the rear end of that Ferrari there? Everyone's playing it pretty safe. Haven't seen any absolutely ginormous sense quite yet. But that Nissan in the background says, "Buggy, Pat, I'm going to send up the inside of this Porsche." And a kiss, that looked like. But we got Lance Strolled right there, that's for sure. Mullick has Lance Strolled us.
Well, they made it onto the back straight, so it seems to have worked out okay.
What's that out? He's thinking about going up the inside. And they make it stick around the outside. Unfortunately not. Now, this is something that I've missed from not watching much of Split Green this year, but these two, very similar in pace on the right here on camera 2, absolutely disregarding that first chicane.
Yeah, the Bentley does not care about that chicane whatsoever. It's merely a rumble in the force feedback. That's about it.
The Mercedes does quite well as well. What I've found out so far driving here, but obviously not as good as HMAS Bentley.
I think the Mercedes' benefit is in the acceleration zone, so I don't think it's quite as good as the Bentley over the curbs. But out of the slower corners, it definitely has a slight upper hand on the Bentley.
Oh, Malik's told us be right back. Gotcha. Okay, so 3 laps down. Everyone still seems to be facing the right way. What do you got going on here? I can't see anything because I'm blind as heck.
It's really small.
We're both leaning into our screen and squinting right now. Oh,
There you go.
there you
There
go.
you go. Thank you, Malik.
That's right.
What have you got, Mom?
So,
Got a bowl of ice cream or something?
Oh, I just smashed dinner
Oh,
by the chef Zipartno.
perfect.
Vegemite on toast. I'm joking. She wouldn't have heard me. These two look like they're going to dance for a smile. Thank you very much, Natalie, for this drink. So this is how you fill up, Patrick.
I need to empty myself. Oh dear. Anyway,
So, who's going to win this? Adeni or O'Hara?
no comment. I just want to see the racing.
No comment. Did you say no comment?
Trendsetter.
I did.
No, you can't. You have to pick one, otherwise you're out.
Andy. Go team
I
Andy.
can't believe you said Andy. No, I'm joking.
Might be a bit biased there. I'd say JP would probably say Adini.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but yes. Yep. Definitely. And with a lot of bias. So,
Me, that's too soon. Fresh wounds.
How many
Right,
leaders
yeah,
for this race? 6.
how many what, sorry?
Lattice out saying how many leaders for this race? 6 or 7. I think you might struggle with that. Do you all put Vegemite on your ice cream too?
No.
You. Can somebody ban Cam from the chat then?
Oh, can he ban
I think
himself?
so, because he's a moderator. Let me see. I could block him. I don't know what that does. The buttons aren't as well labelled on YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Is it?
I do know someone that puts tomato sauce on their ice cream.
Oh, that makes me ill.
Apparently it's a thing. I don't understand how that's a thing.
I've never met this person, but I severely dislike them.
Person has 2 things in their house, and
Look.
it's just tomato sauce and ice cream.
Look, I don't think they even like them.
They've said bugger it, we're just going to put it together.
Raya seems to be closing up on this little battle at the front here, so that should make it a bit more spicy.
126.8 in the race.
Russell Reyes. That's all they're doing back there. They're just fast as slap.
That is fast.
That's hot lap fast in the middle of a race.
That may be a cut across the chicane. I'm not sure if it still
Oh, yeah.
tracks it, but yes, that's. I did a 25 during the race last night, 25.2 I think, but I cut the last chicane deliberately. Oh, who was in front of me? I think was it you? No, it wasn't you, Pat.
Nah.
It was Bub now. It was Bub now.
Yeah. God, it's bloody cold. I just saw 12 degrees track and ambient. That's probably helping the old lap times there, I'd say.
Yeah, possibly.
Just a little bit.
I think a 26.8 is considered bloody rapid regardless of weather.
Agreed. What was the temperature for your first race, Pat?
Something like 18, 20 in Dan.
Was it really? That's bizarre, considering that they've got exactly the same setup files, these two servers.
Are you sure it wasn't 12-12, Pat?
Yeah, are you sure?
Look, I've been wrong before. I was seeing red for a lot of that race.
You weren't saying much at all, mate. You need to put a BP or
Apparently, I
something
was saying too much. Got 5 seconds for voice comms.
Naughty boy.
I was a bad boy. There you go. Philip is on it.
13, there you go.
Just rounded off to the 18. The 3 to make it look like an 8.
Is that your brother in chat? JP?
Yes, that is 180TT. Yeah, that is my brother.
Oh, yeah. We had a nice little battle early on last night. Race 1.
Yeah, you were filling his mirrors nicely. He was butt puckering a couple of times there, but
I hit the last chicane wall because my wheel I had a stutter and it just went straight. I'm like, oh, you're joking. So then I had like a minute pit stop. But yeah, it was...
I thought you pitted quite early there. It seemed like
so much damage.
a weird strat.
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
It was bizarre.
Well, that was his first race, and he managed to miss the pit box in true Sonicus fashion, so he lost about 7 seconds in the pits as well.
That's the only way to do it. I don't think I've ever nailed my pit box. Something's not quite right about 26.859. Again, it improves for Reyes. There's just something not quite right about the pitting, I think, Phil, in this game. I just can't put my finger on it.
There's a pro tip that I've seen some guys like Jardier use is to, and this is probably going to trigger some people, but switch to chase cam once you go into the pits.
I might do that. Yeah, I've done that a
And
few
you
times.
line up to your box a lot better.
You wouldn't do that. I've done that a few times. It's a good strat. Or racing races that don't have a stop.
But
Oh, that works.
Yeah.
The thing is, I find ACC, you need way too much precision. It's like the crew members just aren't allowed to move, which is a bit silly, I don't know, compared to iRacing
Yeah.
where you just have a massive spot and you just hit the spot and then they move to you. Should be a bit more leeway, I think.
Especially in
But it's,
GT3 cars.
Yeah.
It's like the Mercedes pit crew in Bottas pits. He has to be on the line 100%.
You inches too far, you fucked up. We're gonna drop you and then pick you up again. Oh, wow.
That was a very aggressive little peak. Oh, Cam.
Oh, they're much closer.
Does it happen often though, Cam? I've heard different. I hear you're pretty inaccurate when you. I'm not going to go any further.
Yeah, how's the ACC going for you, Cam? When's the last time you raced?
Shit, so wet there. Look what you've done, Pat. I mean, Cam. Sorry, Pat. Just threw you under the bus.
Ouch.
Nice
all
little
the names.
battle developing down 21st, 20th between Bushel and Belugaland. Very close there also.
White bread's pitted. Not quite sure.
Is it white bread or wheat bread?
It's actually pronounced David.
Wood bread.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Awesome battles. Bodes well for race 2. Oh. Okay, let's stop talking about that in chat,
hell.
please. Lovely weather.
So these top 3 have taken 8.5 seconds out of P4, so it's supposed to show their pace.
And Biambi is not slow at all.
No.
Interestingly, this is a lot cleaner than split yellow. And
Just
this is
a little
split
bit.
green. This split green have come to party. I think you're right, JP. They must have sat down during the week, had a meeting, had a discussion, and just said, look, we've got to tighten this thing up. Split green, never change. Never change.
I mean, to be fair, it makes good racing, but it's a lot less boring on the first lap. Or a lot more boring, I think.
I'm with you.
Yellow is the new green. Oh, that line. It's just thank God there's no floor damage. That's all I have to say.
Let's just have a bit of a look at the curve here. We haven't.
If there was simulated floor damage, I don't think cars would be able to take that line.
I've seen the Aston get pretty airborne over this. Nissan can stomp it.
Nah, apparently it's not the fastest line, the Nissan stomping it. Oh, the Audi.
Audi snaps it.
The Audi's playing with fire.
They mustn't have seen any of last season.
Merc should be able to take it fairly well, shouldn't it?
Yeah. You
Beaver
gotta eat
completely
more of the
avoiding it,
first.
which is very good. Yeah.
Gotta, eat more of that first part. Just nibble the second sausage.
Oh, the pace of O'Hara's doing a great job here. Adini and Reyes just both at the fastest lap. 26.853, 26.850 last lap for Adini and Reyes.
What was Andy's last lap?
Last lap was a 27 flat. His best is a 26.931.
He's someone that is very hard to like lull into a move he doesn't take the bait on those fake dives. Holy that Bentley was facing this guy.
Yeah, both O'Hara and Adini very clean drivers. Haven't seen a heap of Reyes in recent times, but he's obviously got a lot of talent.
Yeah, he was very close to Adini at Silverstone, but I think he had a bit of an off week at the Paul Ricard. 10-second penalty for Cruz. It's unfortunate.
Lap 1 incident, so stewards are finally pumping them out.
See the position here. Oh, as the race control comes over. I'll come back to that.
Not today. Wait,
Jerry.
Andy didn't race at Paul Ricard, did he?
No, he didn't
I
because
don't
he's
think
injured.
so.
He's injured.
So yeah.
And Adini was out early in Silverstone. So here we go. Third versus fourth. 201 points to 161. 2 wins to O'Hara, 1 to Adini. Who would be leading this split then?
Who is currently in first? Yeah, I was just about to.
It is Russell Reyes. P1,
Wow.
209 points, 8 points clear of Andy. So P2 is awfully close to this as well. 10 points separate, I think, from memory then. So who would be P2?
Who Smith?
I'm going to say Megan.
It might be Megan. She had some
Yeah.
very good finishes in the first couple of rounds.
It is Megan T. P2, 202 points.
Well, 1 point.
Love to see it.
So good consistency. She doesn't have any wins and only 1 podium, but she's still up there. So must be placing fairly high consistently.
Looking for that promotion.
She certainly is.
I
Yeah,
think
next
Adini
week.
must be rather bored of the back of that Mercedes by now.
Yes, you'll be able to draw a photo, draw an image of that Mercedes rear. His photographic memory.
Yeah, that's the frustrating thing I found following Andy is that he just, no matter what is going on, he can put it on the same spot every lap for 20 minutes straight.
Very consistent. Puts the laps in though to develop that muscle memory, that consistency.
That's why he's
it's going to make it
fastest
overseen.
in, I was going to say.
Darren White, 10-second penalty, causing collision on lap 8.
Didn't see any incidents on that back. So
Looks like Reyes has dropped off a little bit here. Maybe made a mistake somewhere, or that's a very off track. Was it Bentley? It was Darren
Yep.
White. Bentley, they're everywhere.
Can't get rid of them. But this is the penultimate lap of the first race here at Zolder. Do we think we're going to see a change?
I I don't think Adini is gonna put in that massive send. Settle for second and start ahead of Andy in the next race. Would be ideal for him.
Yeah, agreed. There's not a whole heap more points to gain from
Leaders on
50-50 decision to try and make a move, especially if you bend each other. Karud is P13, very close to Reg.
That should be a vital little battle on this last lap.
Oh, this is the final top 12 reverse grid. It'll be pole position, whoever finishes 12th. Unless Jerry Kernowan drops right out of that. Just trying to work those gaps out. Oh, they're going to go his long side by side. He's got him. Adini's got him.
Oh.
Last lap. We were wrong. We should be
Well,
sacked.
maybe he's
Very
thinking about the second race then. Maybe.
Is P1 inside or outside?
Inside.
Inside.
But is that inside for turn 2 or inside in regard
one.
to the pit wall?
Turn 1.
Okay.
I don't actually mind being the outside here. As long
He
as whoever's in
probably
P3,
doesn't
P4 just doesn't go too deep.
Oh, Rek got a penalty there. So that'll promote Garud.
Just like that. Well done. Daniel Adini picks up the win here at Zolder. Andrew Hara P2. Russell Reyes P3. Yeah,
And we'll join race 2 in the monsoon weather.
Yes, can't wait. Check the chicane. Oh, check the chicane.
Andy must have had a poor run through the chicane then.
Hopefully he doesn't watch these races back.
I think that was right. Yeah, click the right buttons there. We'll soon find out when I eat this.
Just a bit too much
oh,
of that
oh.
second. Yeah.
Got a bit greedy on it. That was it. One mistake,
Yep.
lose that P1.
Well,
The one thing that's challenging in the Bentley over the long run when you're taking a lot of curb is pressure loss, especially with that second chicane.
Yeah, I found that last night actually. Oh, what is going on here? That Honda, that's an interesting line. Gonna lose out, gonna lose out.
Jeez.
Does.
lost 3 spots in that, just on that exit. That's unfortunate for Weatherburn. To the line.
It's a fairly big gap between Serpiel and Vanderhoom. What happened to Serpiel? He was right up there at one stage.
Down 3 laps, so maybe damage?
252 seconds. I don't think that's right, game.
Seems accurate.
There we go.
Yeah,
Andy
wow.
may not have won the race, but he definitely had the best jump of the entire race, I would say.
Yeah, that gets bonus points. That gets bonus points. That was almost a bent. Oh, nothing's that bad. F Team Honda. Do we know if it's Adini or Adonai?
I'm pretty sure it's a Dini.
Well, I've been saying Adini since I've been casting.
Dadney.
Well, let's just make it the third.
Adoni.
Adoni.
Line, give it all you got.
Fast track. Which is.
Wow, still quite windy.
Love to see it.
That Nissan is straight out of it.
It's not here to put shoes on caterpillars. Is this Mark Bushell? Dive bomb Datsun. Fantastic
that
film.
flag?
Flying the Thai flag, which is nice to see.
Flag, there you go.
Very nice man. Is Mark?
Wait, actually, Convoy
Oh,
is
I've just-
a debutant. Oh,
Oh yes, I'll take that back. JC is a big improver,
yeah.
and also an absolute legend of a human.
Yeah, he's funny as. That had to be on stream, didn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
So let's just look at the leaderboard here for championship leaderboard for a split green prior to tonight's outing. Forgot to do this for yellow. Don't shoot me, Scout. So Russell Reyes leading the way, 209. Megan D, 202 in AM class. That needs to be updated on our spreadsheet. She's now Pro-Am. And look,
So it's been fired.
that's a solid performance. Adini, Ahara, Dowd, top 5. Shu Smith, K4. Serpiel, Ross, Ty in the top 10. Dowd, P2 in Pro-Am. AM leader, that's not Biambi, it'll be Darren White. Down in 18th. And over the other page, 46, so Rizal. Say it please, JB. What's 46th name?
46th is Rizal Abdurrahman.
Oh, it just nails it. Just sounds so beautiful. Scope, that's probably not a bad idea. Just to remind me, Avila is going to miss the first 3 races, they have told us. Obviously, Bishna is also out. But we've got a couple of new drivers racing tonight with Conboy and Siciliano. Both out on track at the moment. I think Conboy... Where is he? Here he is.
Where's Reyes from?
Philippines.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Were you born in South Africa, JP?
I was, yes, but we've been living in Thailand for about 15 years now.
Nice. Which one do you prefer?
I would have to go with Thailand, to be honest, just in terms of quality of life.
Yep. I have not been to either at this stage. I've always wanted to go to Thailand though. South Africa's a little bit harder to get to.
Yeah, to be honest, when it comes to a holiday, I find it hard to recommend one over the other.
Yep.
But in terms of living, yeah, Thailand. But South Africa, you have fantastic wine and food and awesome people and great places. And Thailand is island life. So yeah, depends on what you're after.
Oh, it's going to be a while since we get international travel back here in Australia, but
Yep.
I don't know where I'm going. So I was born in the country of Tasmania. I've been. It's an Aussie joke because Australia is a joke.
Tasmania's the joke.
Nah, mate, you'd love it down here.
What? You
I was
think?
left for Serpiel, 28.8. So what did you do in your qualifying 2? Was it 28.3?
I think so.
That's what we're kind of looking at here.
Something like that.
2/10 clear of Tim Wright.
Fairly good effort on his banker. So.
Timmy Wright, great
Effort.
to see his internet's better this week.
Are they the only Jag racing so far tonight?
Look.
Car 4?
I think so. Jag team's falling apart at the seams.
Very quickly.
They wanted it, and it's yeah. But it happens. I think Tim Wright's ping last week. I think it was Tim. Hit 12,000. 12,000.
Was he walking the signal over? Or?
It would have been quicker. We aren't joking about that, Mole. If you're talking about Tassie, good on you.
Corey in chat saying Cape Town one of his favorite cities. I very easily agree with that. One of the most beautiful cities in the world, for sure.
It looks nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of pronunciations, Serpiel improves by 2/10. How do you pronounce Stefan's last name? Is it Barstold?
Excellent.
I would say
Bechtold.
Bechtold? Bechtold? No? I don't know.
Bechtold.
Bay? Told. Bay. It's Bay. Stefan Bay.
Bechtold.
What I
would
find...
love- I would love to hear you attempt to pronounce some of the corner names of Zolder.
Oh, let me get it right up.
Bocht. Is this the track with all the bochts? Or is that a different...
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
no, that's Zandvoort as well.
yeah. Bocht just means curve or bend.
Yeah.
So turn,
Yeah.
basically. So the first corner is very creatively called Eerste Links, which just means
Yes.
first left.
Does it really? I love it.
Yes.
Imagine Australia having a track as his first left. That'd be amazing.
This one goes right. That's the second corner.
Oh,
So second corner is called Sterrenwacht, which is observatory.
yep.
And then turn 3 is Canal, which is channel. And turn 4 is called Lucien Bianchi, which is the grandnephew of Jules Bianchi, Formula 1 driver.
Yep, that's cool.
And then the Klein chicane. The second chicane is, or the turn before second chicane is called Butt. I just had to say that on stream.
But
The second chicane is called Gilles Villeneuve chicane, who actually died here in 1982.
yeah, that's sad.
And then number 8 is called Terlamen, which from what I could research means the long one.
The long one. I love it.
Turn 9 is called the Boulderberg Haarspeld, which is the Boulderberg hairpin.
Yep.
And then that tiny little kink to the left is called Jochen Rindt, the
This one
race
here?
car driver.
Yeah.
That one there, yeah. That's Jochen
Wow.
Rindt.
Jackie.
And then actually the final chicane, the first corner has no name, but the second corner is Jackie X Sport.
So the
So
name's
that-
the tiniest little kink, but it doesn't bother to name the start of this chicane. I love it.
Exactly.
Love it. I always love corner names and history of circuits. What I don't like though is every time you go to a UK track, they always talk about, oh, this used to be an airfield. No worries, that's great.
Hey,
You've
did you
told
know
us
that about Silverstone?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't 80% of the UK fairly pretty much an airfield?
Basically from World War One or World War Two, yeah.
Wait, is that roof tiled and then people are standing on tiles?
It's a good
Sorry, I
question.
just noticed that when we were in this car.
It is.
They almost look like carpet squares.
I have to admit, the
Oh.
people look very bored with the race.
What the dungeon?
They've been shafted. There's no way
That's
out.
where the party's at. You have to jump the handrail to get out of the roof.
Cruz with
did
a 28.5.
Cruz- Yeah, not bad.
I think he must have had a very rough first qualifying, because he was in the top 15 in the hot laps.
Like
And something must have gone
400s.
wrong.
It's super close between those top three.
Yep.
I'm Dan's kink. Now that's a questionable kink.
What is Dan's kink?
Me, apparently.
Aldo Belagulan just gone bang. P2. 12 1,000ths off.
Top 4 within a hundredth of a second. That's
That's
crazy.
exactly what I wanted the super qualifying to be about.
Well,
Love to see it.
1,000s? Is that right?
That's
Yep.
right. I can
Does
hear.
that work well?
I can hear Pat's brain ticking over.
Yeah. Yeah, look. I'm not the numbers guy for a reason.
So Robert Fluke was 609,000ths off. This is true.
My head.
They're trying to signal the Rex rescue chopper because they can't. Oh my goodness!
Wow! Fantastic.
Where's Bender when you need him?
Watch out for your braking distance.
So this is the opposite of split yellow in terms it's heavier now and it lightens a little bit, but at the same time it's going to be wet tyres. It's going to be a wet race. Split green, reverse grid, wet race. What could go wrong?
Everything. Hopefully not, though.
Hopefully not. Wait, is the wind indicator a car or a 100? Remember that part?
Fuck off. Fuck off, Cameron. That's all I have to say. Sorry.
That was a
Sorry
good,
about my
that was,
language,
that was a
but-
good stream. That was a good stream.
But my brain was absolutely. Me and Ryan were having the hardest time. I wasn't the only person though. Let's be honest.
Jakes. Did you know the UK used to be an airfield? Pretty much.
The 100 is going right at the moment, Cameron.
Puppygate, the latest OOR scam. Yes, that is true. Secret Party House. That's. If you're on the Discord, you got to check out that channel. It is amazing. It's everything that I could dream of and more. Wait till we actually post stuff in there. We've marked out everyone's name.
I've never loved anything that much without understanding anything about it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's glorious. It's just full of gifts now.
Well, we had the other night we did a chocolate and soft drink tier, one of those tier things.
Yep.
We're trying to cause some controversy there.
Yeah, but somebody put a bounty in tier 1, so that's completely invalid.
Yeah, that
I
is
think
fair.
that was Cameron
That's-
Farmer, to be
Cameron,
honest.
that's disgusting, mate. How many chocolate bars in the world? Let's say there's 67. That's the 68th one.
Yeah. That's what's left over at your grandma's, and she tries to give them to you as you're leaving.
She's half eaten it already. She struggled because she's got no teeth.
It's in the fridge, it's glad.
Yeah, exactly. It's clever. Or if it's my mum, she's put it in the freezer.
Oh, dear. Like as you're leaving, the old tap on the back, and then there's the half-eaten bounty. Have a good one.
What is your favourite chocolate bar?
Oh, I can't even remember what I said.
I'd have to say it's not Australian, but the Boost bar from the UK.
Yeah, we get Boost.
We get Boost down here. Yep.
Boost is
Yeah.
good.
Or a
Mine-
white lint chocolate. Sorry.
Yep.
Let me find what my answers were.
Look, at the moment, favourite chocolate bar? Oh, I'd have to say Chiquito. Something different like that.
Never heard of that.
My S tier ones were Snickers, Kit Kat, Turkish Delight, and Twix.
Pretty solid S tier.
Yeah.
I used to work in pubs, and I used to have so many Kit Kats, and I can't even look at one now.
So good.
It was a nice little energy boost.
You also get all the nice variations of Kit Kats over there. The cookies and cream one and the hazelnuts. And
I never
think
got
so.
into the chunky Kit Kat though. Just didn't do
Yeah.
it for me.
Aero bars are good,
I like Snickers.
especially mint choc chip.
My first Snickers bar was eye-opening. Basically, I used to be allergic to peanuts. So, and I kind of grew out of it. So I started cooking with peanut oil and I was fine. So I had a Snickers bar. I was like, oh my goodness, this is what peanut is. Again, had too many of them and stopped eating them.
you know there's this thing called moderation, yeah?
No, don't be silly.
Oh, okay, no, fair enough.
We don't have that.
Chomp.
Chomp's a great one.
Classic.
Picnics are good, yeah. Picnic bar, underrated.
Curly Whirlies used to be good, but they changed them. Picnic.
Crunchy's good.
Crunchy is epic. A white crunchy is even better.
If I say
Yeah, we
Violet
don't
Crumble,
have them here.
actually,
Toblerone.
safety car looks
Got
like a
there.
Violet Crumble packet.
It looks like bloody
Like
Wario.
a flake packet also. Just reverse. Flake is
Or
a good one
that
also.
Python from Dodgeball, the Python team.
Oh yeah. You mean the Purple Cobras?
That's the one. Purple Cobras.
All right, we're about to start race 2. JP, over to you, mate. In the wet for split green.
Okay, well we have Garud in the lead. Kunyawan, Ty, Gafur, Hazik, Russell, D, Shoesmith, Bihambi as your top 10. So green flag will probably be when Garud is in about turn 1. So hopefully it's a clean start.
Green light, go, go, go.
And Cameron.
And we go green. Pretty clean through the first corner there. Ferrari setting it around the outside. McLaren go a bit wide there. McLaren trying to send it on the inside of... Oh, you have a GTR go way wide. Good rejoin at least. Fairly safe so far. Garud has sprinted off near the front. And who is that in the Mercedes? Is that O'Hara? O'Hara has made
Yeah.
up about 4 spots so far.
A lot of work
So
to do.
very good start there from him. Yeah, that was a very clean start considering the conditions.
I'm not sure what this timing sheet's doing.
And the chicane, does it bring any sadness? It does.
Oh, we have a... and it's cruise around, I think.
Nah, that was,
No,
yeah.
fortunately not. Okay.
Wasn't it?
No,
The
I
record
think it was...
was
Oh,
Cruz.
Siciliana. Oh, that's big sadness. Pit limiter on and everything.
He's back
Wait,
away though.
it's...
That was a different Lamborghini. Yep, Cruz and Siciliana have
Safety
had
car.
big incidents there.
F for the,
Wow.
the Lambos on lap 1.
I think that's a safety car based on the speed here.
Looks like it.
Yep.
Yep, there we go. So O'Hara up into P8. That's a great start for him, and ideal for him is... Ooh, that was almost a Sonicus. I've done that at Silverstone.
No ghosting.
So a good thing for O'Hara that Dini is a full 3-4 positions behind him, so he'd want to get going as quickly as possible on the safety car.
You want to make sure you got some heat in your tyres for this restart, though.
So replay here at the Klein chicane. Who paused it? Ooh, that was a big send by the Porsche there.
Porsche.
But the
That wasn't even
GTR,
bad.
did that Lambo go around on his own, or did that
No,
GTR
I think he got helped by the GTR. Oh my god, that Audi splits those two cars on its rejoin. Is there another accident? Oh, a bit of a kiss there by the Honda, but I think safety car's called by now.
Well, that Lambo looked very second-hand at the first chicane, so I'm assuming that was the...
We see the what happened to that Lamborghini in turn 4,
Yep, hang on.
please? Because it looked very dead and it hadn't even got to the first chicane. So what were you guys saying about that clean first race?
Yeah, some people may not have received the minutes for that meeting, so... Safety car in this lap.
So it's Dennis Liano's Lamborghini. I think he might have turned the car off. That's all I can really look
That's
out
a
for.
bold move, my luck.
It is a very interesting strategy.
Strategy car.
I have done that before.
Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah. Oh, a lot going on here.
Oh, the spray is not helpful.
That's why hood cam is the best cam.
Oh, incident ahead.
Okay, so there was already an incident.
Ooh, well avoided there.
Whoa.
Oh, drift do, schmiff do.
Oh, he's tried
Oh
so
my
hard to
God.
save it.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah,
and
okay.
he's just unfortunate bounce back into the track.
There's enough sadness from Dan. That's...
Yeah, look.
We're all back away.
But we're back, we're green again. How long will it last? Oh, here's the question for you, Mal.
Sure.
How wet does it have to be on the grid for it to be single file start?
There's a Audi around. I think that's Biambi is around front. No, who was that?
Right?
Ooh.
Stephen Thai.
Check that one
I
out
went
the
around on the
replay.
restart.
Pretty much extreme heavy rain without it being flooded.
Okay.
Basically, they've got a couple of more settings options now that you're not going to see flooded track.
O'Hara, no. Reyes gets a spot. O'Hara's got Shoesmith. Boom. Already up to P5. Now he's just hoping and praying that Adini has a bit of a worse run here, I think.
How is the Audi in the wet? I'm assuming it's not as easy to drive as the Bentley or the Merc would be.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Want to see what happened to Stephen Ty?
Curb.
Oh,
No, it was that.
Oh, bit of help.
that was
Whee!
weird. It looked like a bit of net code there, but
He probably had a worse run off the curb there because they get so slippery in the wet. But nonetheless, it's definitely a
that was
good.
risky by Reyes doing that sudden move to the right on the straight there, especially in these conditions.
Yeah, my car would do flips. Oh,
Philippa says the Audi is not bad in the rain based on the current pop, so it's good news for BMB. Although Adini is trying to prove that wrong.
Whoa, Reyes, some of those movements are pretty scarily quick.
Adini through.
Oh, just enough room there,
He's
Barley.
got the run there. But wrong side of the track now.
Let's buzzer that. Go on anyway. And Nadini wants a slice of it. Oh, that's
contact.
sadness.
Ah, it's going to be a penalty.
Won't be happy about that.
No, now Shoesmith's got to wait an eternity.
Ollie is saying that's on Ollie. I'm not so sure. I'd like to see a replay of that.
Yeah, I don't reckon.
I think Reyes maybe bounced a little bit on the inside there and just a slight tap.
Oh, that's a touch.
Oh,
Oh,
does well to save it.
very well.
Serpio.
Look at all that. Amateur P2, 2 Pro-Ams, 3 and 4. Can they hold off from Andrew O'Hara and Adini and Reyes and Biambi?
40-minute
I'll be
race.
honest,
It's going to be hard.
Yeah. O'Hara already all over the back of B there. Problem with the mid-rear cars is the Merc and the Bentley will just close up so much through the chicane.
Yeah.
It's a tough line to take though in the wet, I think.
Yeah.
That outside.
Well held by D there.
Mm,
Good
All
eye
they
all
have to
over
do.
the back of a Cafu at the front as well.
yeah, that's all they have to do, just keep it on line.
Oh, that's someone deep.
Yeah,
It is
Oh, Kanaya
Jerry.
on.
Doing so well. Was in
The
P2.
Indonesian.
Yes. Look like there's no damage on this. I could have just been. Sorry about the quick
I think he
flicking.
had a little moment all on his own there. Oh, there's a Lambo going very
Another
slowly.
slow Lamborghini. Yellow flag at turn 2, 217. Nini with the 133.4. Can't remember what Gilbert did the wet, but I'm sure it'd be pretty close to that.
I remember I asked in chat as I was doing some wet practice at the time, and they said a 133.4 as well.
Huh. Well done there, Dan. No, yes. Totally Nick Boatface. I just noticed that.
I would have to say that Audi still has my favorite team name. Audi and Lambo. Fellowship of the Rings and the Grade 5 Hurricane. Or Hurricane.
Yeah, it's great.
Category 5 Hurricane.
This is the Shoesmith Reyes incident.
Enough room there. I mean, yeah, Ollie closed them off a bit there.
But in saying that, look, Stewards will do a good job, but tricky situation, especially when you've done all your practice in the dry. Might just overshoot a little bit, get a weird bump.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's just classed as a racing incident, to be honest.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for Ollie, that's for sure, but what happens, I guess.
So as a reference to real life, the actual GT3 lap record around here is a 1:29.834 by an Audi set in 2017.
Wow.
Rick is not having a good day.
Yeah. Danny Lynn. Harud's almost pulled out 2 seconds here to P2. Doing a good job.
Adini and O'Hara up to 3rd and 4th now, so Reyes needs to clear D as quickly as possible if he wants part of this.
Who's up ahead? Good 4.
Yep.
I must admit, if I'm driving and I see O'Hara and Adini closing in on the delta, I might as well just pull to the side. It's an inevitable conclusion.
Yeah, but I think if you just run your line, you're more likely to help the person in front of you. I don't know. I think with this much time left, it's worth your while just giving it a go.
Yeah, have a crack.
You never know, mate.
Obviously depends on the situation, but
in the longer stuff, I'd agree. But,
it could be worse. You could have a country that doesn't feature in the game flags, like Gafor,
What country is that?
Bangladesh.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a few countries we have represented now that don't have a flag in game. We've got Raleigh, who's from Madagascar. Oh, nice little move there by O'Hara. They're very opportunistic, and
Adini is going to want a part of this.
can he get it done?
oh, he's done it, and he's even helped Adini there with a little tiny touch. That's play on though.
Bit of Robbins racing, I reckon.
Rubbins racing.
I think Megan just closed in a little bit there, thinking he wasn't there anymore.
What you can.
Watch exactly.
Just look at the gap the Bentley and the Merc pulls on the McLaren through that chicane. It feels like cheating sometimes. 10-second penalty for Haziq in 9th.
Not sure what that would have been for.
Let's get a bit further down the order. Jag v Bentley.
This is not ideal.
Oh, they made it work though.
Just
Well
waited
done.
for that Bentley to turn. Good job. That dash is disgusting.
The dash.
Check your
it's
driver ID. Why does that say that?
I don't know. Let's pick
That's
the Jag apart. Oh, shit, that was quick.
That's what. Of all the things you need when you're driving.
Oh, that steering wheel.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Oh,
Oh,
deep ditch with the top cut.
I think somebody mentioned in chat earlier about the new Fanatec Bentley wheel. I don't know if you
Yes.
saw that.
Yes.
Which looks, I mean, this is an absolute turd of a wheel, so anything would look nice compared to it, but the new Bentley is beautiful. Please don't
Thank
show
you
me
guys
that.
have feelings too. There's a lot going on there, isn't there? Even AC and everything.
I've never actually seen the feet animation, that's pretty cool.
I love the race logic just put into the vents like you do with your old phone holders. There's no mount for it. There's a couple of rubber
Nah.
bands.
That's
It
that's
fits-
cable tied.
It fits perfectly in between the two vents.
It's
What's that rear forwards thing? The brake bias doesn't have something to turn there next to the race logic thing underneath it. There's no actual thing.
some good details here.
Hopefully there's no racing going on.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine.
Should be right.
It's good to get a good look at the Jag.
Cameron
It's
is
been a while.
asking you to go up the tube.
Up the tube. The tube. This is the battle for the lead. We're assuming it's the
That
car.
just disappeared, didn't it?
Can we get it?
Or does Cameron want a colonoscopy or something?
Yeah, I'm assuming he means in the car.
Got to pay more for that, Cam.
Can we check the
Think
roll
he's ending
cages
it?
medal?
It's actually just pool noodles.
Oh no. JC, what happened in the race, mate? You haven't done a Patrick Oliver, have you?
Wait,
Oh.
where's JC?
In chat.
Oh! Oh, well, that's what it's called now, a Patrick Oliver.
Well, there's a Bender, and now there's a Patrick Oliver. It's the last person to pretty much do the worst one gets the name.
Fair enough.
What's a mullock? Dare I
Haven't got that
ask?
far yet.
Dare I ask?
Break the drive shaft.
Yeah, I drive. Yeah, I like that.
Terminal damage.
Well, if we're naming terrible actions after people doing them in races, I would have to call a safety car crash a Sonicus, unfortunately.
Oh no. So how do you say your last name, JP? Sonicus.
Sonicus.
I was saying Sneakers, so I'm glad you corrected me. Sonicus.
Yeah, I remember in the Nürburgring stream it went from Sonicus to JPS to just JP.
Yeah.
So that's it streamlined itself.
See, quick learning.
It's gonna
For
be
us,
Jay next.
quick learning. Turn 4 Canada's a mullock, yeah, I know. I would love Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in these cars. It'd be so good.
It's got in the GTE on iRacing.
It is.
And we have it soon in the V8s.
We do next week on Tuesday.
Is it? I thought it was Interlagos and then...
Oh, take that back. It's Canada after that, sorry.
Yeah.
So all those that are practicing Interlagos or Jose Carlos Pace, I think that's it.
Gonna be
Is it
a
extra name now?
Wall of Champions, that's for sure.
Stephen Ty with a 10-second penalty.
Yep.
Not sure when he was a naughty boy.
Where does car 92 drive from? In Pinchuk.
Oh, I'm guessing Taiwan. Taiwan, sorry. Oh no, that's a Russian flag.
Taiwan.
No, that's white. Yeah, I was going to say Thailand and I was going to say Taiwan.
Taiwan.
So just merge the countries out. You're welcome.
Did you say Russian?
Yeah, it's Russia.
Can we see the flag?
No,
Sort
I'm
of.
not allowed to, apparently, JP.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
that's Artem.
Can confirm.
Can confirm.
Da.
What flag's that one, Pat?
I can't.
Come
I
on,
don't
it's
even
Southeast Asia.
know.
You've only got a few
South
options.
Thailand.
You look again.
Petronas.
Yeah.
It rhymes with Trilasia.
Oh,
Singapore.
yep.
That's Malaysia.
Yeah. Look, there's a lot of. I know a fair few flags, but some of them just stump you when they're like mashups of a couple of different ones.
Reyes still hasn't cleared Karut, so... Oh, well,
Oh.
speaking of,
the devil.
Oh dear.
I think
getting
Karut is just
bullied.
letting that go. Yeah.
Still, if they can hold on to that P4 spot, that's a great points haul.
Yep.
Ballarat flag.
Tasmania.
Wait, is
Sure.
that Singapore? Is that what that flag is?
That one there? No, that's
That's
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Yeah, Singapore
Or,
has the
or
little-
Monaco. Monaco and Singapore have Indonesia have the exact same flag.
Is Poland similar to that too?
The opposite, reverse it.
Other way around, yeah.
Upside down.
Yeah.
What are they, Pat? What are
That was a good save by Konyawan. Or Jerry. I'm probably butchering the surname pretty hard.
Niawan. Let's go with that.
Urmayawan.
What about that flag there, Pat? No, he's not a
That's-
medic.
Swiss?
Yes.
I've never been too keen on Switzerland, but the flag is a big plus.
They can't afford to make it a rectangle. It's actually a square flag.
Now it's just fun with flags.
I love flags. I am
Same.
stupid knowledge with flags. And capitals. It used to be capitals, more so flags now. What's the capital of Tasmania, Pat?
Hobart.
Yeah, it's actually not.
Launceston.
Oh! Andy O'Hara.
That's a proper send over the chicane.
I think he's doing that on purpose, to be honest.
Isn't it Hobart or is it Launceston?
No, it is Hobart. I was just taking the piss.
Stitch up. I like exams, dude. Quizzing is fun.
So who's your money on this time? O'Hara.
I'm not allowed to
Adini.
say anymore because last time I said anything.
Yeah. Say Denny then. I dare you.
Nah. I'm just not going to come in anymore.
Fair enough. So you said O'Hara then. That's the idea.
I'm gonna
mate.
go with Adini. So he's proven he has the pace.
I think it's going to be hard not to put Megan and Debian here. They've both been so good in these first 3 rounds.
Yeah, they've been consistently top 10 in pretty much all the races I've seen, so that seems pretty pro to me.
What's this Lonkrist
motion.
and stuff? You can't even say the joke right.
Is Cam okay?
Lonkristen. Listen. Where's the R come from, mate? It could be worse. Victorians say lawn, as in L-A-W-N. Launceston. It's
Please spell it
Launceston.
right, Cam. Oh,
As if
I
you
mean,
live
we
in
say
Tassie.
like Melbourne, but there's a hell of a lot more letters in that than you think.
Yeah, Melbourne. Ray has just picked up a 10-second penalty.
That's not ideal.
What's
That
one?
maybe with Shoesmith at Tangle.
Yeah, that would be a harsh penalty, I would say.
Oh dear.
He's a special man with special skills.
Is that a shrimp? A prawn? What is that?
Yes, it looks like a prawn. Mind you, this is my favourite word in a South African accent. JP, say
Fucking prawn.
it. What's that movie? District 9, is it?
District 9, yeah.
One of my favourite movies.
Fucking
What's
prawns.
that movie? Yeah, my favorite movie. I can't even name it.
District 9. I want to watch that. I haven't seen that anywhere for a while.
They're making a sequel, apparently.
They are. Oh, wicked.
That should be good.
Brisbane.
Tokolosh is a very Afrikaans or very South African name in the chat there. Tokolosh is a type of what a lot of the tribes believe is like a kind of a devil creature.
Tokolosh?
Tokolosh, yeah.
Oh.
Here's a sweetie for you. It's
Mrs.
very Afrikaans.
Sweetie. It's in what's his name? He was a boxer. Now I've got
Oh,
the-
what's-
Gonna have to narrow that down a little bit.
I'll find it.
I'm trying to work out what the rap band artists are.
The Antwoord
Yes!
from Chappie, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Dave.
Ninja.
Ninja, that's it.
Ninja and Yolandi. Yeah, they are mental.
Very different. I love it.
That movie Chappie is basically just an hour-and-a-half music video for them.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard most of the songs from it, and obviously there are other albums that do.
Yeah.
I just can't think of it
It's
to my
like
head. It was just like,
it's just like a exclamation of "Geez," something like that, similar to that.
this has been the most educational stream I've done, and I'm a fan.
Next time in South African for Dummies.
Could be worse. I could be doing Tasmanian for dummies, but Cameron Farmer would go over his head.
It's not South African.
Corey Sweet pointing out the track has just gone damp.
Ooh, rain clearing in 30, which won't help anyone, but make it a little bit more slippy, perhaps.
I was thinking of Chris Eubank, but
He's very
so it
English.
doesn't. Yeah. Doesn't matter. When you said, "Would you like a sweetie?" That's why I thought of Chris Eubank.
Yeah.
So Reyes has pulled a almost 6-second gap over Karut, so he's almost cleared the penalty now.
Good send.
Good
Great
save,
move
clean,
there, Aldo.
up space. Oh, he keeps it.
Plenty of room
There's the
there.
line.
Ooh, I'm gonna back the GTR in here.
There's the
the
line into no name.
GDR. Bang. So, bugger that. I'll pay this.
Textbook.
Thank you very much. See you
Textbook.
later.
This is not really for position at the moment, as Zeke still has that 10-second penalty. So.
Wait, is that Gary? No. Yeah.
Jerry. Yeah. No,
Jerry. Yeah.
this is Aldo. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong name. But Luke.
Yeah, I got confused too,
Hazik.
don't worry.
Yeah.
There's
Sorry.
the other Nissan driver.
So many bloody Nissans.
Good day.
Yeah.
I do enjoy watching the North American stream now. They do like impersonating Australia. It's
Cringe.
You want to try and impersonate the Americans? I'm not doing it. But
Hell
I'm
yeah,
not showing it.
brother. Oh my god, look at this Aston Martin following this.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
This Nissan is just absolutely taking off here.
Nissan.
The Nissan.
Look, you want to do it like you're trying to do it in a nice way without coming across as like as the biggest arsehole when you're trying to like. You can come across as it's a fine line, but I think you can get away with an American one.
Is the Aston Martin going to make the move down the inside? He's not. He's going to stay put and he's going to wait one more lap to make that move.
I need to hear a hybrid Aussie South African accent.
Quite sure that's. Oh yeah, Aston going for a line here on the GTR into the last chicane.
Oh,
That's
no.
about as good as it gets. Yeah, it's awful.
You just got to say
I
yeah,
heard
nah.
I heard it in my head and it was
You
almost
gave
there as well,
up
sorry.
halfway through because it's hard to hear yourself.
My brain didn't allow the rest of that to come out. Sorry.
Yeehaw! He's making a goddamn move on the outside. Get her done, get her done.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Dale. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
They're making a left turn.
Boogity, 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 boys, let's go racing.
Look, I apologise, everyone. Not. Just
Oh
spicing it
my
up with
god,
the
he
weather.
sent it.
You're welcome, Cameron, and I'm sorry to everybody else in the stream for ruining your night.
Don't be sorry, mate.
Get her done. Let her eat.
I wonder if I haven't had much of a nice night tonight.
I cursed them in qualifying. In practice, whenever I said their car looked stable here. Yep.
From what is the Honda any good in the rain or not? I saw Sean Madison said it's good in the
Yes.
rain, but I'm
Yes,
sure
it's
if that's
actually
just-
really good, but
Okay.
apparently not here.
yeah okay. Yeah, most of my teammates are all in Hondas and they're all having an awful time with it because the chicane is very anti-VTEC.
Just wait till the next week when they're loving life at Bathurst.
Yeah.
I think the Honda struggles here a bit because the Zolder is a fairly old circuit. I'm not sure what they've really done with the VOP. They haven't raced it in IRL for 2 years, I'm pretty sure.
You mean the Acura?
Acura.
The Acura?
But in saying that, the Mercedes Evo and the Ferrari Evo are obviously quite decent around here. Both coast cars didn't exist when the last racing at Zolder.
There probably hasn't been a hell of a lot of racing at any of these tracks. Except maybe Spa and Zandvoort was last week, I think.
Yeah, Zandvoort was the weekend, and strangely enough, the Bentley was the fastest in the straight line.
The old Bentley. Always have a soft spot for the Bentley.
Rob, are you going to lay it on thick tomorrow night? I don't know what.
Thick with the two C's.
I'm assuming Rob is going to do the whole stream in an Aussie accent now.
Give it a go.
Well,
Why
Rob,
not?
okay, here's a request. Rob can do it in an Aussie accent. Ryan can do it in a German accent. And Dave, you can do whatever you like, mate. You keep the American flavour. Oh, this is
I
tight.
wish I could speak German.
Ian Peru going close by there.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, wow, that was close. Guten.
I can
No.
read. I can read German. I just can't have a conversation with you yet.
Danke.
Bitteschön. Yep.
Dunkov.
Not sure who you mean, Moritz.
Oh, squeezy squeeze. Can the
Oh,
McLaren
you mean
keep
in
it
the
on?
in the Zandvoort race? Yeah, it was brilliant.
There was always going to happen.
Oh.
Oh, straighten him up. That was nice. That one, the cone's got to
yes,
get.
teammate. Oh no, that's
Well
that
done by
Audi.
the Audi.
The cone
Sorry,
was the
this-
saddest part of that.
Discord stream's going a bit
Yeah, the
choppy
stream
for
was
me.
same here.
Oh, Coney. Oh, he's just been used to abuse.
Coney 2012 again. No.
Apparently, the French cones are a lot quicker than the Belgian ones.
Yeah.
A
That
lot.
Coney was doing 270 down
A
the Mistral.
lot. A lot. That must be a record.
Up the Mistral,
How
actually.
fast
Did you know
is
it's
it?
uphill? But like the whole way?
Mistral.
Yeah.
If it was downhill, you'd never break, would you?
That would be a much faster, like, cooler corner.
I wanna
though.
see
Put a bit
these-
of bank in it.
I want to. Poor Vessi logo. I want to see these cars hit 300. I wonder if you could, if you didn't turn there and you had a toe, you could actually get one of these cars to 300.
Or take the chase out and just go from the top of the mountain
yeah.
all the way down to the last corner. Imagine that braking zone. Ooh.
Oof. Oh.
You'll break at about the 250.
Break it the pit start. Lane.
Cones are faster in asphalt. Facts. They are facts. That is a solid point. Not as quick as the Dutch cones.
Academia is getting a little bit more interested in actually sending it now.
Discord stream is struggling a little bit now. I don't know if that's coming up on your own.
No, it's a good amount. What I'll do though is I'll do this.
On and off situation.
Oh, it could just be some type of bandwidth thing. Is that any better?
Yep.
I just dropped it to 720. Oh, so we just saw then Hara went fastest just as Adini bets it. And a penalty to Kefford, I think, in the Jags.
Yeah.
The Jag. What's the correct spelling for the Jag? How many A's do we use?
One.
I think it's
I
at
don't-
least 6.
I think it's at least 6, mate. Yeah.
I don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype.
And it's gone a bit choppy again now.
Alright.
It's the rain.
It's the rain, yeah.
I'm just watching the YouTube.
I think it's the rain
Yeah.
hitting the copper cables.
Yeah, I was planning on streaming my race tomorrow, but I think my PC might explode if I try with that many cars on track and rain.
At night.
It wasn't
At
too
night.
bad.
I already dropped from about 120 frames to 70 when I start streaming, so
Are you monitor or VR?
the monitor.
Nice. Quick way to drop your to fix your frame rate is not fill up your car.
Okay. At least I'm not going to forget anymore.
That generally leads to like really fast lap times as well, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, Jag.
Oh,
And Nissan try and follow him. Lamborghini think about the inside. And then Nissan tries to follow.
Here comes a Ferrari.
The Ferrari's absolutely...
Wow. He's in
on it.
15th gear.
oh, this is not going to end well. Okay, well done.
Who's the last of the late breakers?
It is all of them. Oh, careful on the outside there.
Yeah, it's very sleek on the outside there.
Still
Bit
haven't
of
seen a
dry
drive
patch
through.
there.
May have been cut by the Nissan there.
Who's in the for Sam Bracken?
The umlauts is that? Jag.
That's very interesting.
I think that's the official spelling, yes.
That's the one you can find in the Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah,
Bracken's looking very pacey here. Or is it another penalty?
almost looked like he was Bracken too late there. Hey.
Raina Blitz.
Pat missed that. No, JP.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Nah, he's
I caught it
disappointed in
late.
you. What did you miss?
Oh, Nissan's flying.
Oh,
Oh, he's got a bit of a boop. Boop on the snoot. Audi
Probably having a
tinks.
moment all on his own.
I did miss the Bracken late thing.
Audi's just having a party over there. G'day, Garrity. Help us.
G'day, Big Ryan. How are you?
Big smelly.
Big Smelly. Why Big Smelly? Or dare I ask this on chat?
He's big and he smells like shit.
The Smelly could be good though, couldn't it?
Tell us how you really feel, Pat.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you want a moment, Pat? Or I'll give it.
No, I'm
Here's
good.
the
I'm
mic.
good. I got it all out. A boop on the boot.
Ryan, can you just sit there a little while longer so Pat can abuse you a bit more, please?
Yeah. What a big guy. You call that the trunk?
That's good battles. Tell you what, Jerry's got his money worth tonight in that Nissan. Been very impressed with his racecraft as he gives the Aston a little kith.
A bit of
Rupp is a
Don't
very
know.
gassy kid.
bit of donut.
Literally.
Seems like Adini dropped off from O'Hara, but there he's over a second behind him now.
Yes, too. O'Hara's just been yeeting that curb. Maybe it was Adini's turn to make the mistake.
Timing screen not updated yet, but it'd be interesting to see if Reyes has made that gap big enough to negate the penalty.
I'm gonna
And
say
he has
yes.
quite comfortably.
Wreck just had a moment and teleported to the pits, so that's
He must have corrected.
ominous.
Oh, for goodness sake.
You're on fire. Why stop there?
That's because I don't have any other funds.
There's a name for you can use. Yeah, that's an easy one.
Stephen Klomp. I could use it in Afrikaans because Klomp means many.
The size of Patrick's fuel tank.
Cricket.
Did it say fast? Actually, sorry, I just missed that. Did it say last lap?
I didn't hear.
Will he make it back in 43 seconds?
Nah, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know how long the last sector is.
Yeah, I think this should be another
It'll
lap.
be close.
And usually you go under this hoarding at about 112, 113, the one coming up here. You're on a good lap there. So yeah, this probably another lap. But it is raining, so it should be close.
Lift and coast, Andy. Lift and coast. There's a pizza man at the door.
No, and he would love another lap.
He didn't go for the risky break there.
Remember Zandvoort a couple of seasons ago, Mal? Was it Relake?
They thought the race finished earlier. Is it that one?
No, there was someone at the door, they said, and they were leading on the last lap, and they stopped before the line.
Oh, and then they lost because someone
Yeah.
flew past them because they didn't send. Yeah, that was.
I think it was Relake.
We've had someone do that through the pits as well. Thinking they can serve the penalty in the pits on the last lap.
Drive through.
Got DQ'd.
Ouch.
I had a race with Brendan. He at Silverstone, and he tried the early stop and missed it by about 2 seconds.
Oh, rip.
And I just went flying by when he was parked in front of the line, which was quite funny.
I made an overtaking the pit lane once. I forget where it was. It was like Vettel. You kind of just, as it happens during the pits, if someone's just sort of stationary or made a mistake, you get on them really fast because you're not expecting anyone to be in the pit lane at a slow speed than normal. Final chicane. Andy O.
It says bugger off.
Get out of my
Marker.
way.
You're out here.
Well done, Andy O'Hara. P1 for race 2. Zini P2. And it looks like Reyes has definitely covered off that penalty and will finish third to the same top 3.
That guy's getting pretty wet out there.
And look,
Checkered flag.
it's safe to say that I think Megan definitely deserves an upgrade to pro. She's been sensational since joining.
Biambi doing
I'd say Biambi
so
is
hot
definitely
too.
up
Is
there as
that
well.
is the Jaguar out of fuel?
I don't know.
No, it's just how fast the Jaguar is.
Shots fired.
I think it's out of fuel. They were shots. Jerry's going to hang on for P7.
Oh, flag's
Oh,
frozen.
the flag mine has frozen. That's how cold he got.
Flag.exe is not responding.
It was. It looked so silly. Whoa!
Oh,
Oh, okay, sorry.
that is a stiff flag.
What the?
Oh,
What the hell's this?
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
one of,
Easter egg.
it's the Easter egg. It's one of the developers of the game.
Toto Wolf.
It looks like Toto.
Nah,
9.
Nah, bring it out.
And a race 2 is done and dusted. New channel who dis. G'day, brother.
Yeah, great racing from Split Green.
Yeah, quite a few penalties given out in that second race, but overall, I think it was all just close, hard racing that led to tiny little incidents there.
Just go back to the pits right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Feels weird to say, but it all helps. It all helps you in the long run as well, out there in Streamland, or Raceland.
Only 55 likes and there's 80 people watching, so
It
really
went down to
get that up.
54. Yeah, come on. Over 120 at one stage. It dropped, as you said that, it dropped. You give us dislikes, it all counts towards our analytics, it doesn't matter. But don't, please, that just is an arsehole thing to do. Oh. Oh dear. Anyway, race 1, Adini O'Hara Reyes. Race 2, O'Hara Adini Reyes. Pro-Am. Biambi D. Russell. D. Biambi Blagulan. AM class Kearney Owayan. Lynn Convoy. Convoy didn't do well that race because he forgot petrol. Kearney on Lynn. I think Jerry's going to get an upgrade. And put a D in Biambi. But you didn't hear it here.
What happened to
Obviously.
Russell in race 2? Because
Russell Hobbs.
yeah, he finished P18 in the second race. Must have been involved in some dramas.
Yes, Russell's
Aim driver.
got a bit of pace.
Oh, Russell Hobbs. What?
Yeah, P7
Okay.
race 1. Well done, Andy. You and Odini were attached to the hip. Put in to
Yeah,
take
good
each other out
stuff.
for a drink. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us tonight in the commentary box, guys.
Thanks for the invite, Mal.
Anytime.
Appreciate
Very
it.
much.
Have a
Fantastic.
great evening.
You have to work on your accents.
I do.
No, thank you very much. Thanks, JP.
Thank you very much, Malik. Cheers.
No
bye.
worries. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks, stream, for watching us tonight. We're back same time tomorrow night for Split Blue and Split Red before we kick off Europe and then before we kick off North America. Take care, have fun, and help Patrick Oliver learn to fuel a car. Okay, bye.